Morning, my people. Top of the top. Happy Monday. Yes, and it is Monday, September 15th. And I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ because with him, all things is possible. Top of the top to everybody out there moving. All the kids is out there making their way to school. Please arrive there safe. Go straight there. No playing, no hooky. All the parents who are taking their kids to school, please get them there safe. No rushing. If you have to rush, you can leave the house in time, which is your fault. Don't cause an accident trying to get somewhere you should have been already. Safe travels to y'all and all the ones that's coming home. If you're coming from work or if you're going to work, however you want to call it, uh, get there safe. Um, and I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ because with him all things is possible. About that, sorry. Just getting myself together. But I hope everybody's feeling blessed, appreciated, and thankful for seeing another day and knowing with him all things is possible. Right, y'all. Happy Monday. We here. It's the 15th of September already. It's crazy, y'all. Shit, it felt like we was just saying happy 4th of July, man. That's what it felt like. Felt like I was just at my barbecue. And here it is. It's the 15th of September. It's only been about almost a month. Tomorrow make a month since the barbecue. It's crazy. So anyway, this past Saturday, we had the fight that we've been waiting for, which it was crazy. We're gonna get into that. That was super, super amazing, man. I tell you, man. When we speak Black History Month, there's a few things we can add to it now. Versus having to talk about the same people every time we speak about it. We got a lot of stuff that we could add to it now, man, which is beautiful. Um, for y'all that do know, I'll be back at 6:05 today, but today when I do come back, we're gonna be speaking about another great boxer we lost, Ricky Hit Manhattan, who passed away. I'm gonna be back 6:05 to talk about him. So if y'all didn't know, Ricky Hit Manhattan passed away. So 6:05, I'll be back to talk about him. But until then, let's get to Saturday night's fight. Let's go, all right? So, for my newcomers and my regulars, welcome to the No Duck Zone podcast. Let's go. If you are new, it's okay. Subscribe, come through, see how you like it. If you don't like it, hey, God bless you. I appreciate you. Tay Tay, what's up, my Long Island sister? D Free, what's up? You know what, Free? I messed up because I should have sent you the link. I sent what you call it the link, but I don't think he's coming up. So I kind of messed up, and there's no other way to send a link on here. So I basically gotta stick to what I got. I should have just sent you the link. Hold on, hold on, Free. Um, I'm gonna send you the link. Free. I can still do it. Just hold on. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second, y'all. I apologize. I'm trying to get something going right here. All right. Underrated.
What's good?
What's going on, man? Top of the top.
What's going on with you?
Ain't nothing, man. Doing what I do.
I hear you.
Doing what I do, man. I was just getting into this whole letting people know. What's the? Is your TV on underrated? I needed.
There's nothing on around here.
No, I hear something in your background. I don't know. Something got to be on. I hear something in the back. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah. So we were getting into. I was just reminding people about the passing of Ricky Hatton. We'll be back later on today. Think about that. Um, it was a terrible loss, and it is what it is. So Saturday night, Canelo Alvarez. Uh, hold on. Give me. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. I know I'm a pain in the ass. Y'all want me to get to the fight, but just give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right. So, what? Yeah. I know. Amazing Saturday night, man. Like I was saying, to Ricky Hit Manhattan. I'll be back 6:05. We're gonna do something honoring him, man. That was one of my favorite fighters too. Tragedy, man, but it's all still got something to celebrate because man, Saturday night when I did his thing, man. Jesus Christ, hey, free man. Explain to me. Let's get straight to the point. What the hell happened Saturday, man? What happened Saturday? That's your fault that happened to Canelo. That's your fault. Your fault. It don't matter. That was your fault that happened. Your fault, free. You allow that ass whooping to take place Saturday night. Everybody who went for Canelo blame Free for it. He ain't do nothing but wish bad on that man.
He did.
You remember when I asked what had happened in the first 5 rounds if Canelo can't hurt him?
Well,
Well, them first couple rounds, I looked at it and I said, from the time the bell rung, Bud came out on his bullshit. I was very impressed. Very impressed. I was concerned about how would he react if Canelo would have caught him with something. I wasn't, thinking Canelo could knock him out. I'm just thinking, how would he react? And none of that shit, nothing that Canelo did phased him. Was that surprising to you, D, or you already had it in your mind that, hey, man, he could stand up. He could stand up to Canelo. It's not
no,
going to be
I
easy,
mean,
but he can stand up to him.
I knew it was a possibility. Canelo hasn't really hurt anybody as of late. He knocked a couple of people down, but he
Yeah,
hasn't really hurt anybody as of late. So, I mean, I knew that it was a possibility that Bud can outbox him.
I mean, but and before we get to the other fights, y'all, I know y'all be like, yo, there was a lot of. First of all, I want to say shout out. There was a lot of great fights. The prelims and all that. I think the most boring one to me was the heavyweight. I wasn't too much interested in that. That shit damn near put me to sleep. I don't know why. And I like Jermaine Franklin, but for some reason I wasn't interested in that. I don't know if you felt the same way, Free, but for me, I wasn't interested in that.
Jermaine Franklin is trash.
Oh shit, I knew that was coming. Oh
He's
Lord, have mercy, Jesus. I knew that was coming. Damn you, Free.
he's
You the
trash.
only one. Oh Lord.
He's trash. No, he's trash. It's nothing that he does impresses me at all. His boxing ability, I don't know. He might need to go down to cruiserweight or light heavyweight.
Well,
Might
the
need to lose
interesting
some
thing is
weight.
they said he came in just as heavy as he did, I believe, when he fought, what was it, Dillian White or AJ? They said he came in just as heavy. And I'm like, well, damn, what you
That
doing? And then
man
when I
like
looked at him, I said, damn, he do look like he on the heavy side.
he might need to lose some weight. He
Probably.
can't fight. He can't fight at heavyweight. He's not gonna beat anybody ever at heavyweight.
Nah, the bad kid was good, but the fight was boring. Yeah, well, no, the A-Rap fight to me was okay. It was all right to me. Only beef I had was just with the heavyweight fight, but even with the prelims and all that other shit, I was pretty damn
Yeah,
impressed because you remember, Free. Remember, if you remember last week or the week before, we kept talking about what's up with the undercard because we was concerned because everybody was so focused on the main event. We was like, all right, that's Gucci, and even though we not paying for this, we still want to know who the hell is on the undercard. Undercard didn't turn out to
yeah,
be too bad, and there was about two kids on there that were from I believe Saudi who wasn't really bad. They was all right. They was all right, man.
yeah.
I
The
can't I
the
can't
Ali
front.
Ali Ali Carroll, Ali Carroll, he was good. I seen him fight before. I knew
I
he
never
was
saw
gonna
him.
win.
I never
I
saw
saw
him.
him
He pretty
fight.
damn
I only
good though. I
I only
like him.
seen yeah. I only seen one fight from him, but I knew he was gonna win. So I was like, okay, yeah, he's pretty good. Cause everybody was like, damn, I don't know this dude. I was like, I seen him fight. He can fight. And they was like, I don't know, dog. This dude don't look like he really look like he should be fighting. And then they saw him fight, and they were like, oh shit, yeah, he can
Well,
fight. I was
that,
like, I
that
told
and
you,
that's
I seen him fight.
that's another thing. What I need y'all to stop doing is saying what somebody look like they don't need to be doing, especially if you ain't never did it. There's a lot of fighters that we can look at and be like, they don't look like they should be in boxing, but hell, they're boxing. First time y'all saw De La Hoya, y'all probably said, man, this man looked like he should be in somebody modeling contest. He can fight, fought his ass off. It's kind of hard to say that, y'all. You know what I mean? And then when y'all see somebody fight, that's when y'all believe. Oh, Mrs. Free's in the car with you, man. Honey, why didn't you tell me something, man? I'm talking to you, not even knowing the Mrs. is in there. Tell Mrs. Free I said good morning. But nah, he was good, 6-0, and yeah, Stephen L. Mack. Yeah. It was good. It was good. The whole card was good to me. But I want to just go back to the main event for a second. Stormy B Man, what's up? AKA Sensei. Everybody go subscribe to Stormy B Man, AKA the Sensei. I thought he was a little Italian model. I first seen De La Hoya. Yo, he's stupid. Josh, shut up, Josh. The Chinese kid did his thing too. Yeah, the Chinese kid did his thing too. Yeah, he did. He did. He definitely did. He definitely did. Um, but anyway, going back to the main event for a second. I was just impressed, and it's not that I didn't think Bud was when I was rooting for Bud, but that doesn't mean because I was rooting for him that meant he was going to win. But I was rooting for him, and he did a lot of surprising shit. But this is what I want to ask the chat, right? I was trying to hold this question. I was trying to hold this question free, but I want to ask you and everybody that's listening. When Bud hit Canelo, where the hell was Canelo going? Did y'all see that part where he stopped and he looked like he was about to walk back to the corner? Where the fuck was he going?
Boy, so fucking supposed to be a showboat move, like you ain't really doing nothing. But it was more so a frustration. He was trying to throw Bud a little off his game,
Okay,
but it
that's what
wasn't
he was
working.
doing because it seemed to me. I thought for one second he was about to give up because he had that look on his face as because he was getting frustrated as it like, yo man, fuck, I can't figure. He even said it after the at the press conference at the post. He was just like, yo, I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't figure him out, and we're not used to Canelo saying that. You understand what I'm saying? We're not used to him saying that because we're used to him only taking fights that he feels he can win. So when he sit there and says, "Man, I couldn't figure him out," and he was fast, That's some crazy shit. What Stormy said, hold on. He did see him invite you on the panel. Yeah. I know, but it was early. It was early. I mean, it was late, Stormy. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was too late for me to be on that 3 some in the morning, man. I ain't gonna hold you, right? I mean, I glanced at y'all for a second, and then I got off and laid down. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm under my wife's cheeks at 3 in the morning. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I can't be talking at 2 or 3 in the morning. I used to though, but I just can't do it nowadays. Shades of Leonard and Durant. That's what it reminded me of. It reminded me of that. He pulled the Durant for a second. I thought he was gonna hit us with the Nomas. He said, "Old man bones." No, listen. Stormy gave me an invite. Believe me, I wanted to come up there, but I had been so tired, right? Because before that fight even started, there was a fight on the zone. So I was watching that fight too. So the whole day I was exhausted. I'm not gonna lie to you. And that fight went off so late, East Coast time, as far as Bud and Canelo, because you got to remember Vegas is 3 hours behind. So for them, it's still early, but for us, I'm like, shit, it's time for me to go to bed. But I'm gonna definitely try to stay up one of these days. I'm gonna try to get on with y'all, man. It just be super me. But didn't I tell you before that if it's going to be any distraction in this fight, it will be a scorecard?
Yep.
At least one, right? Just at least one, right? Sons of itches. And then I was concerned, right? Because remember, you said something funny, but you said something true. You said the real, let me see how you put it. You said the real star of the fight would be, of the show would be the referee. Because you said, I hope the referee let them fight. I hope the referee's not too much in the way. I thought about that. And then I thought about the scorecards. And then I thought about the judges that was in the scorecard. Now, Drew says this a lot, and I laugh when he say it because he be true. And Stormy mentions it all the time. This dude, Tim Cheatham, the Cheatham dude, as soon as I hear that he's a judge, I say, oh, here we go. Here we go. Somebody ass is about to get robbed. Here we go. You can't trust a guy with the name Cheatham. I said, oh, shit. Somebody on their way to being robbed. I had it 111, but even try. Oh, yeah, well, I didn't really think to react. When they said 113 to 115, I didn't really think to react to it because it wasn't on my mind at the time, but I didn't think about it till after. And I was like, here we go. What's up, y'all? I see y'all out there. Salute, salute. But that was crazy to me, y'all. Canelo picked 2 judges. Yeah, he picked 2 judges in the ref. Let me know, what was y'all scorecards? Everybody that was out there, including you, Free. What was everybody's scorecard? Let's just be honest. What was everybody's scorecard? Let's just be
Uh,
honest.
I can't give you a scorecard because I actually fell asleep the first 3 rounds.
Free, get the fuck off my panel. Get
No,
off.
I
Get
was
off.
no because the fight came on so damn late. By the time they started fighting, it was like 1 in the morning. I fell
That's why when Stormy
asleep.
asked me
When I
why didn't
woke
I
up,
come up,
they was doing
that only reason why I knew Stormy and them was live is because I get the notifications. I had no plans of even going on anybody's live. My thing was to go to bed because, like you said, it came on so late. So I was gonna go to bed, and then when I seen the brothers was on, I wanted to come up there, but I was like, man, I'm going my ass to sleep. Because you got to remember, like I said, in Vegas, it might not have been that late because they're 3 hours behind. But as far as the East Coast, close to us, I said, man, shit, it's damn near bedtime. I had Bud winning every round. Canelo was throwing one shot killer. I think at some point, Canelo barely even threw 2 punches. Um, I had it. Crawford. Okay, yeah, that was good, Stormy. That was good. I can't say what I had it because I wasn't. I didn't. I say this was going to happen. Um, you well probably one of the main ones. Smoke that kept saying, we talked about it at the barbecue, and you kept saying that, yo, Bud is gonna smoke him out his boots. And I'm looking at Smoke, right? I'm looking at Smoke, D Free, like, I like Bud, but Smoke, wait a minute, hold on now. Wait a minute. And he did say it though. He was like, yo, and it's not that I didn't have confidence in Bud, but when he said he was gonna smoke him, I'm like, wait a minute, y'all might be going a little too far. But it happened. It didn't prove me nothing because I was going for Bud anyway. Y'all kept saying who you going for, and I kept saying I'm just gonna sit back to be a fan. But I was already saying on my mind, hey, I'm with Crawford. I just pray that he could be able to go in there and hang in there with the homie. That's all. The score I gave Canelo 1 round. Oh yeah. Jeff Spark, what up? But it was crazy to see when they got into the middle of the ring, the flurries, when he started throwing the fast punches, and I'm sitting there like, yo, he's really embarrassing this dude. And even with Canelo trying to go to the body, I seen he was trying to do that, but nothing started phasing Crawford. And when I seen Crawford started smiling, that was the thing. When Crawford started smiling, I was like, oh shit, he ain't doing nothing. Did you see that part? Free when this dude starts smiling at him, laughing, and I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Yeah, you know
Yeah,
what? They tried to almost take it from Bud. For a second, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Even when the round ended, I thought there's a chance they can try to take this from him. Now you're probably thinking how, but our eyes and the judge's eyes are two different eyes. I don't know how many rounds I think, but you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm a man. I can admit this. I was just so much watching the fight versus judging it. So I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be so real with you. And I'm being real. I just told you I wasn't judging it. I was really watching it. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Because some people will come up here making fake scorecards. I can't give you a guess. I don't do guesses. All right, I tell you what. To me, all of them. There was probably one round where I see Canelo trying to do something. If there was a round Canelo might have been doing something, I have to go back and look at it. I'm just gonna be real. For everyone is what round did Canelo win against? I mean, you can't ask me a question and then when I give you a response, it's like, wow, no, I told you I didn't really judge the fight. I just really watched it. That's what I do. I'm
I mean,
never really good at scoring fights. I'm still learning how to do that. So I learned from watching everybody else on here because a lot of y'all are good at what you do. So
yeah, I mean,
I try to be fair as much as I can. I try to be fair. Yeah, well, you can get out of here too, clown. People be in their little feelings. It's okay. God bless you. Have a nice day. You know. These poor people. Poor people, Free. Why is everybody waking up so mad in the world, Free? I bet you that was a Canelo fan. That's what that was. That's a Canelo fan. I'm sorry that you feel like that, brother. I really am. I'm sorry. It's not my fault Canelo lost. But God bless you.
what's going on, Tay Tay?
Tay Tay. I got called a bitch this morning. Oh my God, Free. What did I do this morning, Free? My God. Why I gotta get called a bitch?
Oh, it is what it is.
Oh my God, I got called a bitch this morning. Smash the like button for No Doug Zone being a bitch. Smash the like button for me being a bitch. Oh man, these shows. Yeah, they in their feelings. That's okay, Tay, because that was a Canelo fan. That's all. That's why I said Yeah. But I tried to. Now he just asked me a question, Stormy, and you want to say, be honest. That was a Canelo fan. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. God bless him. Don't worry, Canelo will be back. He got Shiraz on the list. He'll be back. Don't be so upset. This is boxing, y'all. If Crawford would have lost, believe me, I would not wake up to today with an attitude. Amen. Because it's black. Exactly, Tay. But guess what? If Crawford would have lost, believe me, I would not wake up with no attitude this morning. I promise you, I wouldn't. I promise you, I wouldn't. I would have woke up with the same attitude I got now had Crawford would have lost. And I'd have said, yo, Canelo fans, congratulations. I wouldn't have been on here being racist. Y'all a bunch of bitches. And, oh, man, I wouldn't have did that. It's all good. So my question is now, right, ladies and gentlemen, after seeing this, and I know it's too early, and I usually like to wait. He said, beautiful creates haters. Yeah, Stephen L. Mack. I ain't even tripping off dude. I know how to handle these trolls now. I'm just gonna tell them God bless them versus me cursing them out. It's all good. Cursing them out is just letting them bring me out of character, and I'm trying to be more grown. I'll be 43 in 4 months. It's okay. Where do we go for now, Free? Where do we go, chat? Where do we go? Because we know Bud is not a 168. What happens next? What do you think happens next, Free? He says something about maybe going to 60 and entertaining it, but what would y'all like to see him do?
I would like. I don't have any preference for Bud Crawford, but you said he's not a 168 pounder. He is a 168 pounder.
How? So Turkey said he would like to see him and David Benavidez. You think that's
No, I
doable?
didn't say I didn't say I would like to see him with David Benavidez.
He said retire and become an actor. Smoke is stupid.
No, I didn't say I would like to see him with versus David Benavidez.
he,
But he is a 168 pounder.
the fact that the scorecards were too close. Yeah, you know, like I said, when Tim Cheetah's around, I'm like, oh shit, here we go. Tells you.
You can't
Yeah,
say he's not a 168 pounder. He's a 168 pounder undisputed champion.
I'm talking about far as competition, competing.
You, you can't
Does
you
he?
can't
Does
say
he?
that.
Does he? Does he? I'm asking. Forget all that part. I'm asking. Can he compete? Where does he go from
Yes.
here? Now? If he stays at, if he
Why,
decides to stay at 68, does he continue to compete?
yes, he can compete there if he chooses to.
Unjudged
I
scored
don't
and
see
draw.
why I don't see why he wouldn't be able to. He just beat the undisputed champion. The undisputed champion beat everybody there was to beat at the weight class except for David Benavidez and
Yeah,
David Morrell. So I don't see why he wouldn't be able to compete.
they talked to Bernie the boxer yesterday, and
I don't
yeah,
care about no
yesterday,
damn
and
Bernie.
they were saying that no, excuse me, they were talking to Fernando Vargas about it, and they was talking about Turkey was like he was interested in a fight with Crawford and Benavidez, and I think don't quote me, but Bo Mack and them was like, nah, they're not interested in that. Which people will say he's ducking, and I'm like, how? You just said they're not interested. Saying you're not interested to me is not really saying you're ducking. I mean, that's just me. You're not interested in something, you're not interested. Now, if you're trying to entertain something and acting like you want that smoke, and then all of a sudden you change your mind, then yeah, I'm gonna think the other way. Going up to 60 and going to fight Laura, whoever else at 60. Who else is at 60? I don't know who's at. I don't know who else is exactly at 60.
At
Laura's the
60,
only
you
one I
got
know.
you got you got Charles Conwell. You got
Yeah, but
you
that's what they
got
were saying, Stormy. They were saying that could David Benavidez still make 68? I think that's what they was trying to bring up. But I'm like, ain't no, I don't know about all that. Leave David where he's at. I wouldn't want none of David neither. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't want none of him either. I ain't trying to call butter, but I wouldn't want that neither. Shit. Sometimes we should retire nicely before someone else sent it to him. Yeah. You know what? If Bud decided to sit home with the family and say this is it, and I don't want to do it anymore, I'm not really upset with him. So if that's what he decided to do, because what is Bud? 37? Free? 37, 38? Oh, he'll be 38 or something. Doesn't he have a birthday coming up? If I'm not mistaken. I might have him mistaken with somebody else. But yeah, if he decided that he don't want to come back and this, I'm not really tripping off it. I'm fine with it. But if he does decide to come back, the question is, okay, what does he do? Have you seen Benavides lately? Boy walked into a presser and the fat alert theme music playing. Hey, Story, he said the fat Albert Davis. Damn, Stormy, don't do him like that, Stormy. Damn, Stormy. I didn't know he looked like. I haven't seen him lately. I gotta see him. I didn't know that. Bud 38 this week. He'll be 38 this week, right? Yeah, whatever he decided to do, I ain't tripping. I'm not tripping. I'll be happy for him. But he looked pretty damn impressive Saturday night, man. I didn't think he'll make it look like that. He was tattooing the hell out of the Canelo, man. I'm talking about from the time the bell rung. And even when they started clinching, but it was that one round. What was the one round free where he tried to pick him up? Where he ain't tried to pick him up. He lift Bud up. I said, oh, you trying to intimidate Bud, huh? You trying to intimidate him, buddy? Like, that ain't going to work. Bud should only do super fights. Um, What's a super fight for Bud? Let's just say he gets out of 68 and he's in 60. What's a super fight for him? What y'all think? Who's at 60 that y'all we can entertain it?
He
Besides
just had
Laura.
he just had a
I
super
know, but
fight.
they said he should only
There,
do
there,
super fight. They were saying
there
he should
is
only do super
there is
fights.
no super fight. There is
Well,
no super
free. I'm
fight.
gonna let the people speak about whatever it is that they want to speak. They're asking if,
Sometimes the people don't know what they're talking about.
yeah. Well, I mean,
There is no super fight. He had the super fight. The super fight was Canelo Alvarez. There is no other
so if,
super
if
fight.
that, so if that's the case, then he should retire there. So we shouldn't talk about entertaining 68. So there's nobody else at 68 to entertain. Bud, retire. We enjoy what you did for us.
Yeah,
You had your
and
fight.
that's literally what I was saying. There is nothing else for him to do. Why would you risk tarnishing your legacy by trying to fight these young guys that's not going to bring you a big payday? Not going to bring you a big payday. It really it doesn't do anything for your career. You were the one that stated that you didn't want to fight well into your 40s. Well, if you try to 60 or your fourth division at undisputed, you're going to be fighting well into your 40s. So there's nothing else left for him to do. I mean, you gotta at some point you gotta know. Okay, I've done everything there was to do. So let me go ahead and hang it up before I go out here and I do something. I get in a fight with one of these guys thinking I can beat him, and one of these young guys hit me with something, and then all of a sudden I take a loss, and now everything that I work for is now
Yeah,
is
it's,
now
it's,
tarnished
it's ruined. Everything I work hard for is tarnished. Yeah.
because right now what he has over Floyd Mayweather. Yes, Floyd Mayweather went 50-0. Yes, Floyd Mayweather fought 26 world champions. But what Floyd Mayweather has never done is become undisputed. Not even one time. He's been undisputed three different times. So
Yeah.
you have that over Floyd Mayweather. You want to say I had a better career than Floyd Mayweather? There's an argument there. Now we're not talking about legacy or anything like that. We're talking about accomplishment. If you want to say I had a better career over Floyd Mayweather, there's an argument there. There's a real argument. This man has been a five division champion, and he has become undisputed in three different weight classes. There's nothing anybody can say about that you can bring up that Floyd did that would top those. Yes, Floyd was a champion in 6 weight classes or 5 weight classes. I forgot what it was. I think it's either 5 or 6. He was a champion in those weight classes. He fought 26 champions. The only thing you could say that Floyd has over Bud Crawford right at this very moment is Floyd has a better resume. That's the only thing that you can say. He has a better resume. As far as accomplishment, Floyd is not more accomplished than Bud Crawford. He's not more accomplished. Floyd fought
Uh,
more champions, yeah, but he's not more accomplished. Bud Crawford is a three division undisputed champion. I don't care how many champions you fought. He's a three division undisputed champion. That means he had every belt in each division.
you better
Floyd,
look at
the most
him.
belts Floyd had at one time was three. That's the most he had at one time was three.
Yeah, he said
And
Floyd just got a better, yeah, just a better record, yeah, and money, yeah, yeah.
that's the only thing you can say is he got a better resume. You can't say anything else. There's nothing else that Floyd can say that he's done better than Bud Crawford, except for he fought better fighters. That's the only thing he can say.
Same with growth, her accomplishment. Yeah, 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 yeah. Shouts to Crawford and the GOAT, man. Shout out to both of them. She the GOAT and he the GOAT. Shout outs to both of them, man. Um, it was beautiful Saturday, man. It was overwhelming to see him even get that, man, and I don't think that's something that we'll ever witness again. We probably will never witness this again. If we do it, it'll be who knows, 20, 30 years down the line, man. Shout outs to Team Crawford, man. That was amazing Saturday. Shout outs to everybody who fought, man. Even with when I watched the all like I said, all the prelims and the undercards, um, Vargas and Walsh. That kind of surprised me too, undefeated. I was just like, oh man, this is gonna be a good one. And then we found out um, that Vargas' hand was hurt. He had a hand injury, which he didn't want to say nothing, but he still got in there and did what he did. Um, Hopefully, we'll see him and Walsh again. Maybe they'll do it again. Maybe they won't. But I had no beef with Saturday, man. I had no beef with Saturday. Saturday was good to me. But me Canelo do one spin. Yeah, I don't know what the hell that was. So nobody that becomes undisputed, their career is better. Oh, wait, listen. I ain't. You gotta ask free that crush.
What's up?
He says so. Nobody that becomes undisputed, their career is better than Floyd's.
No, 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 no. What I said is they have an argument. I'm not saying that they're correct. I said they have a. I said Bud has an argument. I'm not saying that he is correct and he's better argument.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Hold on. He'll be back in, y'all. Yeah, I get it too. I get it too. Okay, here you go. He's back. Told y'all he'd be back.
Yeah, I'm just saying that if you wanna argue that Bud is more accomplished than Floyd Mayweather, you have an argument there. I'm not saying that you are correct. I'm not saying you're wrong. All I'm saying is there's an argument there.
Yeah.
At first, I mean, there was no argument when he was undisputed champion in one division, and he was fighting at 47. He was knocking everybody out, and people were saying, "Oh, he's better than Floyd." There really wasn't no argument. But now that he
Yeah.
conquered two other divisions and he became undisputed in two other divisions. There's an argument there. Like I said, right now the only real argument is for Floyd is I fought more fights and I beat better competition. That's really the only argument.
See,
I mean, and I fought more champions.
what I don't want to happen that I know it's already gonna happen, so it doesn't matter what I want to happen because I know people gonna do it. Now that this happened, there's gonna be arguments about it. And what sucks about having these type of arguments when it comes to these boxing conversations is that
Well,
At some point, we're
that
gonna all agree to disagree. But a lot of y'all are gonna make. I know a lot of y'all gonna do it. Y'all gonna make this Crawford versus Floyd shit, and y'all gonna take it and run with it. I already know y'all gonna do it. Y'all can have that. I ain't got time for none of that shit. Because at the end of the
I mean
day,
that makes for a great debate. If people want to have that debate, it makes for a great debate
y'all
because
can have that.
it,
'Cause at the end of the day, I'm like you. Um, I ain't got no fighters that I'm really fans of. I'm just fans of the sport. So I know y'all gonna take that argument and y'all gonna run that shit down so much that y'all ain't gonna be able to talk about it no more. I already know it's coming. I already know
no,
it's
but the
coming.
thing is, the thing is, like I said, it's a good debate. Uh, the problem is if you don't have the facts and you don't know much about these fighters, you're not going to win that debate because if you go against somebody that studied the sport of boxing, nine times out of
Yeah,
ten you can say what you want to say. You're not going to win
yeah.
that debate, but it makes for a good
No,
debate. Who's
this
more
is the reason.
accomplished?
This is the reason why people need to stop applying. People need to stop applying for debate applications because y'all not good in that department. But y'all constantly do it just so y'all can say I was on this guy's channel going back and forth with him. I see a lot of y'all applying for these applications. Stop doing it because you suck at it. Stop doing it. You want to go up against somebody like D Free and BFTB and Drew and all these other Stormy B. Y'all want to go up against all these dudes and y'all ain't gonna win.
I've seen enough. We need to see Crawford versus Muhammad.
You already don't even respond to
What,
that. He's out of here. He's out of
what,
here. He's out of
so
here.
so
Don't
so
even worry
so
about
so
that.
you want Crawford to analyze himself and go fight Muhammad in the afterlife.
Hey,
What kind
let's
of
just appreciate. Yeah, exactly. Let's just appreciate the sport. That's how I am. That's the type of time that I'm on. That's why I don't be having time for none of that shit. I
how
just
the hell you want to see Crawford versus Muhammad Ali? What what
listen,
sense
man.
does that make?
You know what? That's why I didn't even respond to it. You know how I respond to it? By throwing them out, man. I don't respond. I told you, man. I don't entertain. I don't entertain trolls. I get them up out of here. People, you got to remember, free. You got to remember, people say shit to get attention. They do stuff to get a rise. They want you to respond. That's why, as hosts,
Yeah,
we
but
can't respond to these trolls because once we respond to them, they got us. So how did we respond to trolls over here? We just get you up out of here. We don't. We. I already seen it. I could
sometimes
have said. I
you
could have
gotta you
easily
gotta
said
put
something.
stupid back in their face.
Five
Sometimes you gotta
divisions.
put
Yes,
stupid back in
35,
their face.
40, 47, 54, 68. Yes, sir. Shout outs to my man, Terrence Bud Crawford, man. Crawford versus Floyd. Nah, shit. Floyd seemed like he already got a date with Iron Mike. So it seemed like they trying to get that shit going for next year. Tch, boy, sport of boxing. What a place. But like the other comment, like the other person just said, I'm enjoying boxing, man. I ain't got no time for none of that. It's too much important shit that's about to happen to get caught up in one thing. Too much. I'm not with none of that. Got my girl Gabrielle Fedorov this week, man. You know what? You know what, Smoke? Let's just be real. It seems like every time a boxing get good, right? Some stupid shit happens. Every time when they get good, it's either some type of match we don't want to see, or it's just some dumb shit. Like, let's be real. A lot of y'all going to tune in for November 14th, and you know what day that is. A lot of y'all going to tune in because y'all sit there and say, I don't want to see it. I don't care about it. But then I want to see what happens. I want to see how dude going to pull this off. Man, get the hell out of here. I don't care about none of that. None of that shit. All that shit stupid to me. The press conference is this week. Matter of fact, today, Monday, the press conference is Wednesday at the Palladium. It's going to be a lot of people who talk down about that shit that put in their credentials and they going to be online. Not me. Somebody sent me the application to that shit. I sent it right back. Get the hell out of here, man. I entertained Danny Garcia coming back before I entertained November 14th. the real fight today. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be speaking about Stephen L. Mack because it's still early.
Hey, I
Um,
mean, some people like WrestleMania. You can't
yeah,
piss
yeah,
on their
yeah, yeah,
parade.
yeah, 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 yeah. Listen, listen. If you like the Big Show, if you like the Big Show versus Mayweather, then cool. I hate when people bring up these fantasy fights. That's disingenuous. Oh
You
yeah,
can't
yeah, yeah,
piss
yeah.
on
That's what I do. I
piss
like to
on their
appreciate the
parade,
sport.
son.
Huh?
You can't piss on their parade because you don't like exhibition. How you gonna get mad at somebody else because they like exhibition because you don't like exhibition? You don't you don't hear me going out here telling some man, I'm not watching this daggone soccer match, man. Forget that damn. What's wrong with you? This is a football channel.
Hey man, don't do that shit. I'm over here drinking my tea, man. Don't do that shit, man. Jesus Christ. Hey, you know what? Hey, hey, listen though. Hey, but you know the great, but you know the great thing, but you know the great thing about that free is that if that's for you, like you said, hey, I ain't mad at you. But those people who's entertained by that November 14th, don't think by watching that makes you a fan of boxing. I'm just gonna let you know right now. I don't care what you say or how you say it. Don't think that because you see that November 14th that you, hey, that makes me a boxing fan and then these guys debate, I'm allowed to be in the debate because I just watched November 14th fight, so that makes me eligible to debate with you. No, it don't. So no, you don't.
I mean, it makes you eligible to debate with me. It's just we're not going to be debating about exhibition. We're going to be debating about real
Come
fights.
on, Free. You can't do no Free. You can't.
I'm just letting you
No, Free.
know.
You
If
can't
you
do
want
that,
to
man.
debate, we can debate. But it's not going to be about exhibition. It's going to be about real fights.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.
You ain't
Yeah.
going to be able to
But
bring
that's
up, oh, you saw what he did. You saw what he did on the 14th. No, it's not. So that ain't
yeah.
China. We're talking about what he did as a professional fighter.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
talk about all of the exhibitions all you want. They are not a professional fight. We're talking about professional fight. So
Yeah.
you get no win in the casa.
Yeah. 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 I mean, granted, everybody has a right to like what they want, so I don't want y'all to think that I'm telling people what they should watch and what they can't. All I'm saying is when you watch it, don't think you're gonna come your ass over here with the goofiness, because I'm not with it. I'm gonna let you know right now. We do real conversations over here. We do real shit over here, in case you didn't know. Just let you know. When you come over here and you say stupid shit like we want to see Crawford and Muhammad Ali, just know that I'm gonna get you up out of here. Hmm? Just know. We don't do that over here. We ain't gonna entertain you fools. But other than that, Saturday night, oh, like I said, it was great. It was amazing. I was overwhelmed by even seeing Crawford
Yeah.
do that. It was just great. Something to add to our history. And
I mean, yeah. I
I'm
mean,
going from there.
you got to you got to give Crawford his props, whether you like him or you don't like him. You got to give him his props. He did something that a lot of people said he wasn't going to win by unanimous decision, and
Yeah,
that's exactly what he. I got the parlays to back up what I'm saying. I got my fight pool picks
yes,
to back up what I'm saying. I picked him to win by unanimous decision.
yes, yes,
But
yes, yes,
I just thought when I saw when the fight was originally announced, I had said Canelo was going to win this fight. But as the fight got closer, and I saw that Canelo was taking this fight very serious, and I saw all of the stuff that was leading up to fight night, I said, nah, Crawford gonna win this fight.
Yeah.
because whenever the chips get stacked against him and they say in this fight, I got him one decision. They was like, "What? Nah, Crawford. The only way Crawford gonna win is by knockout." I'm like, "Nah, he gonna put on a similar performance
I was at the friend about
in the ring. He's gonna make sure that Canelo has to fight in the center of the ring, make happy setting. He's gonna use his reach. He's gonna use his hand speed. He's gonna use his lateral movement, and that's what he did.
yeah,
Canelo could never get
yeah. Steve Anderson plus Caroline switch hitting and also like this one girl
these
from
people keep calling me every goddamn day. But
they
yeah,
gon' they gonna call
Canelo
you.
can never.
You the man to call, son. They gotta call you free. You that man.
Yeah, Canelo could never get in a rhythm, so it was just Crawford kept having Canelo guessing what was going to be the next move, what was going to be the next
Um,
punch thrown. So that's what happens.
did you see Crawford being that goddamn fast? I mean, we see what he did with other opponents. Did you see him being that fast with Crawford, as far as the punch? I mean, with Canelo, because those punches at one time, like I said, they was in the middle of the ring. I can't even say how many punches he hit Canelo with, but Canelo never really got a chance to respond. It seemed like you saw the frustration with Canelo. When I saw the frustration, I could look at his face and tell
I
he was
knew
getting frustrated.
he was much faster than
Yeah,
he sees
yeah,
a target, he'll throw the punch real, but he responds quick. But you could
yeah, yeah,
his punch and get out of the way before you can throw your before you can land your punch
yeah.
because you responded quick. That means you registered in your brain to throw the punch. So you registered in your brain to throw the punch quick, but your hand speed ain't fast enough to get there before he can move because he's faster. He's faster and his hand is faster.
Like,
So that when people say, "Oh, he's quick," yeah, he's quick, but that doesn't mean he's fast. Quick doesn't mean fast. Quick just means that you register it and it
yeah.
registered in your brain to throw the shot.
Um,
But fast means you can get that shot there and out of the way before that person actually lands. The difference between quick and fast.
in, in,
Quick just
in
means it registered in your brain fast.
in your opinion, um how good was Bud timing? Like catching Canelo with punches. How good was his timing?
Oh, his timing was good. His timing was like it's always is. His, he has he has great timing. He has great punch placement. That's what Crawford is known for. He's known for being able to time his opponent and having great punch placement. So it was at the top of
He's
the game. It had to be at the top of the game when he was in there with Canelo. He couldn't have the night that he had with Magnumar with
yeah.
Canelo. If that was the same type of fight, Canelo would have won that fight.
You
If he
you
would have had the night that he had against Magnumar against Canelo, Canelo would have won that fight.
let's go back to their last two fights. So his last fight, what was Canelo's last fight? What was the dude? What was the last fight?
William Skull.
William Skull.
William
And let's go
Skull.
back. Let's go back to Crawford's last fight. Some people looked at that and judged it when neither one of them had a good fight in their last fight. But being that Canelo's the bigger man, he'll get him out of here. And I was like, well, I don't know. I don't. It's for me. It just became I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what people are looking at, and they just automatically expect this person going to knock that person out. I don't look at it like that. I look at it as guys are experienced fighters. They're at the top of the game. When you get experienced fighters and they're at the top of the game, the chances of you getting a knockout are slim. They're very slim. unless you're dealing with like heavyweights. If you're dealing with heavyweights, it's a different because every punch is a big punch. But when
I
you're dealing
want to
with
take it back.
the
I want to
smaller
take
weight
it back.
class,
I just want to take it back for a second. I want to go all the way back in the. You remember? We all remember when Amir Khan moved up and they had that catch weight at 55, right? And a lot of people at the time, I didn't think nothing of it, but a lot of people was like, man, Amir could have a chance just because of his speed. But if Canelo happens to catch him with something, he going to sleep. And I looked at how he was much faster in that fight, and he was catching Canelo, and it was kind of surprising for some people who didn't know. And then there was the one round, I believe it was the sixth round. Correct me if I'm wrong, Free. I believe it was the fifth or sixth round where Canelo caught him and slept him. But even when you go back and you look at it, he dealing with speed was never Canelo's friend. Far as when he's being like when he's using his speed against you, it's nothing. But when he's getting a taste of his own medicine, that's never been his friend. And I always go back to that fight and I think about it. And I'm like, damn, Amir Khan he really was doing something. And not to say he would have won, but he really was doing something. And then he just got. I don't remember
I
how he
mean,
got caught, but I remember how.
you didn't got to go to the daggone American fight. American, I said I don't look at none of the American fights because
Yo,
the man,
you ain't shit, Free.
the man is no. I'm saying because you can't look at American and say, oh well, he did this against American and he knocked him out. American is chinny. He's known for getting knocked out
Yeah, no, but I'm
when he
not talking
gets
about
to
that. I'm
the.
just talking about as far as we all know that part. I don't, we
But
all
that's
know
what I said.
that.
I won't even. I
I
don't
was
even look
just
at the
talking about
American.
far as
I
the
look at the.
speed. I was talking about far as the speed and what he was hitting it with. Yeah,
I know what you're talking about. The fight that I look at the Laura fight because Laura guy that had speed, had movement, and it gave Canelo a lot of problems. And a lot of people believe that Laura won that fight. So
yeah,
that because that's more of a fight where you could say, okay, this is similar attributes. Now, Bud Crawford ain't the fighter that Laura is. I believe
yeah,
Bud
yeah,
Crawford
yeah,
is a
yeah, yeah.
better fighter than Laura, but they both are guys that can box very well on the back foot, and that's what you saw with Crawford on Saturday. You saw on the back foot and it not have any problem, and he was able to come in that fight. The same thing you saw with Laura. Laura was able to box. Gave Canelo Alvarez a lot of problems. The difference is
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Laura stood in the pocket too long in that fight. If he would have continued to using his lateral movement and making Canelo
yeah, yeah,
on, he which gave Canelo chances to land punches. If Laura would have just said, okay, let me hit him with the 1-2, hit him with a body shot, get out the way, make him reset, throw the jab in the face a couple of times, get out the way, make him reset, he would have had problems. Same way that Caleb Platt had success in the first 6 rounds against Canelo until his gas tank went down. His
yeah,
gas tank started wearing down, and Canelo started walking him down because Caleb Plant had a gas tank issue. So
yeah,
Caleb
yeah.
Plant had a lot of success against Canelo. So it's always the boxers that have success against Canelo. It's never the guy
I,
that stands right in front of Canelo
I,
or trade with Canelo. It's the ones
I
that have boxing ability.
I felt like I don't know, man, and this probably doesn't make any sense, but I always felt like I don't want to say this whole time, but it got to some point where Crawford was always preparing for Canelo. I just felt like that's somebody that he always had his eye on, and I could be wrong, but I just felt like that. Not because he won, and I might be the only one that's just feeling like that, but I always felt like he was preparing for him.
For him because he said it. He said he was never going to fight Canelo. He said it wasn't until Bill Haney told him that he can beat Canelo that he started believing that he can beat Canelo. He always thought Canelo was too big for him, and so
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
he
yeah, I
never
heard that
wanted,
part. You know,
he never
but
wanted to fight
like
Canelo.
like in your mind, how they say an idea should stay an idea. you don't think about entertaining the idea, but you keep it in your mind that if it ever did happen, I'm gonna have to fuck him up. It's either him or me.
Yeah, I mean,
You know? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like you can say in your mind, right? You can say in your mind, I'll never take this fight with this dude. But then you can say it, but then you thinking like, if I ever do, boy, if I ever do, it's either him or me, because that's what it's gonna come down to, him or me. But
with anybody, I don't care if it's Mike Tyson. Be that for
oh
anybody.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
either him or
yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah. Which is which is
But yeah,
which is nothing wrong with that,
I,
you know. Yeah, it's nothing wrong with that.
I really believe that Bud Crawford was after the Earl Spence fight. He was going to fight. He was going to try to fight Jamel Charlo, and then he was going to go ahead and retire after that. I really believe that's what he was going to do. He
Spence
was going to try
Washington.
to get his third undisputed weight class at 54 with Jamel Charlo, and then he was going to retire. But the whole Jamel Charlo situation happened when he fought Canelo, and Bud was like, "Well, I don't need to fight you." And so Bud was like, man, I just go ahead and try to get undisputed at 54. And then he said, like, Bill Haney was the one that convinced him to go ahead and fight Canelo.
Well, when that man said, when T.O. said something to him at the press, and he says, "Yeah, I've been training since February." I said, "God damn, damn, Bud." I said, "Since February, your man been ready." When he told T.O., yeah, I've been training since February. I'm like, God damn, that's hard work. That's hard work. And I'm not mad at him, man. It was great. I didn't realize how bad Canelo face looked like until after when they did the post press, and he's sitting there, and I'm like, damn, he tattooed the hell out of Canelo. He put everything
I
on
didn't
his
I
face
didn't
except he put everything on his face except Omaha, Nebraska.
I didn't see the post fight. Um,
The post
but
fight was funny.
you would expect Canelo to have some bruises. I mean, he's a light skinned individual. It's hard to be in a fight and not have
Of
any
course,
bruises
no,
being
but when I really,
that
you know
light
what?
skinned.
You know how you can look at them after the fight and you see it, but when they actually get in the room, and and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, yeah, you had a fight. I don't know what you thought was gonna happen. Do you guys know that Bud went and saw man on the way? Oh, no, I didn't know, John. No, I didn't know. I didn't know any of that. Excuse me. Um, while we on this card, let me ask you something, and everybody that's listening. And I wasn't even going to entertain this shit, but since I saw it, I was like, okay, maybe I should just go ahead and talk. What do you think of this Shakur Stevenson and Tiafimo?
I don't think much of it until they announce the fight and they doing a press conference because
Yeah,
I don't
that's
believe
yeah,
anything until it's done.
because he changes his mind too much for me. And every time we think some shit is about to happen, and then here it is, nah, I'm not interested. And I go, so what are we doing? Because some of y'all are jump on the panels and channels, and then there'd be a whole debate about a fight that might not even happen. But I just want to get people's opinions and thoughts on what they thought about it. Because y'all will do it. Y'all will have a whole argument online crashing out about some shit that'll never happen. And then y'all coming back online crashing and saying, I told you. So
But where?
Walmart got what? I want to go to Walmart. So I was just thinking that. You know what I'm saying? For real, John. I'm being real, John. I'm not judging people. See, over here we don't sugarcoat shit. A lot of other places they sugarcoat it. Y'all will be arguing about a fight that might not happen, and then when it don't happen, y'all gonna argue about who's the duck. I'm like free over here until I can see something. That's a no-no. But let me ask y'all something, everybody. C Hart, John. First of all, welcome everybody. If it's your first time here, like, share, subscribe. This ain't one of the best channels on YouTube, so I'm not gonna cap like that. But over here, we don't sugarcoat nothing. So this is a great place to be. I want y'all to listen. I'm gonna say something right now. There's three fights. There's three fights, right? One of them we see that might happen. We saw it Saturday, right? But there's three fights that could possibly happen, right? One of them I just mentioned. Let's just say if Teofimo and Shakur happen, right? Let's put that up there. Earl Spence, Jamel Charlo, Andy Luis, Deontay Wilder. Which one of those three fights you guys would want to see in 2026?
My bad.
Did you hear what I asked?
No, I didn't.
So there's three fights, right? Let's just say if it happens. Let's say Earl Spence, Charlo, Lopez, Stevenson, Wilder, and Andy Luis. If there's three, which one would you like to see for 2026? Free.
The one that I will prefer to see
Yes,
first
sir.
out of all of them, I give it my first preference, and then my second, and then the one I don't want no parts of. So the first one that I would like to see is Shakur versus Tio. Then
Okay.
the next one will be Earl versus Jamel, and then the Andy Louise and Wilder. I don't want no parts of it. I think Wilder needs to retire. I think he needs to retire.
Okay.
That's what I truly believe. I believe.
Because I believe it could be competitive. Yes, it could be competitive. Yes, Shakur and yeah. Shakur and him would definitely could be. Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree that it'd be competitive. When they first said that Andy Luis and Wilder was going to be there at the fight, and the way they said it, I said, okay, yeah, I see what they doing. I see what they doing. They're about to. They're about to.
Yeah, I don't.
They're about to make it
I don't. I
happen.
don't, want- I don't want to see that. I don't.
When
I
they
don't
did
want to see
that,
that
look,
because
free. When they did that, free. When they did face off, I already knew it. I said, "Oh, here we go." Now all they doing is waiting.
everybody.
Here we go.
And see the thing is, everybody that said they still want to see Wilder and AJ, and they still want to see Wilder fight this person, that person, is because they are fans of Wilder. I'm looking at Wilder, and I'm like, he is not the same guy. He doesn't have the same reflexes. He doesn't have the same snap on his punches. I don't need to see. I don't need to see Wilder anymore because
So,
it's
so,
starting to
so,
tarnish all of the stuff that I've seen from Wilder in the past. What everything that I'm seeing from Wilder now is starting to tarnish everything that I saw from Wilder building up to now. So I don't want to see Wilder. I don't want him to be one of these fighters that stayed in the game just
yeah,
because he loved the game and we all
yeah,
know that
yeah,
he's past it. But because we're fans, we ain't
because
gonna
we're
tell him that
fans.
he don't
Yeah,
need to be fighting.
yeah.
No,
Well,
I'm gonna say how I see it.
yeah. No, I agree. I just had those three fights in my head, and I just wanted to know, which one that y'all would be more interested in seeing. Because out of three of them, I could see two of them happening. At least two of them, I could
The,
see happening.
the Jamel and Earl Spence. I know people say, "Oh, Earl's washed up and whatever." Well, that's what we believe. We don't know if Earl is washed up because the last time we seen him was the Bud Crawford. We haven't seen him since then, so we
Well,
don't know. That could have just been
well,
because he was fighting Bud Crawford.
well
It could have
I
just
got
been
an
the Bud
easy. I got an
Crawford fight.
easy. I got an easier one for you though, free. So when we speak about comebacks, who would y'all be more interested in seeing? Would you more be interested in of seeing Spence come back or Wilder?
Oh, Spence for sure. We seen Wilder come back,
Yeah, I'm
so
just
it's
saying for the
definitely
people for
Spence.
the people that you know because I mean, like you said, man. Um, a lot of people don't care what condition these fighters are in because the first thing they'll say is, "Hey, They decided to box. That's their problem. It's fucked up. But you got people that be like, they decided to box. So if they get brain damage or if they can't wipe their own ass, that's not my problem. They decided to
And see,
box, and that's crazy.
another another thing is too, Wilder is on his third trainer. This man is 41 years old. He's
Oh,
on his third trainer.
he's not with Malik Scott no more, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nah,
It's right. Right.
he not with Malik. So this man is
Yeah,
on his third trainer. So you're not gonna get the Wilder that you're used to seeing because all three of these guys train differently. They all specialize in whatever they specialize in. So you're not going to see the same Wilder that you saw when he was under Mark Breland. You're not even going to see the same Wilder that you saw when he was under Malik Scott. So it's like you don't know which Wilder you're going to see because he's on his third trainer and the man is 41 years old. He's not the same
yeah,
guy anymore. If y'all know what y'all watching, y'all realize Wilder doesn't have the same snap on his punches. He don't have the same impact when he land a shot. It's not the same anymore. That stuff that Wilder that we saw that was knocking out everybody, that Wilder is gone.
um,
Now he might get a knockout because he is a heavyweight and he can punch. He might get a knockout, but it's not going to be like we saw before. It's not going to be against the top level guys.
yeah.
He's not
And
that Wilder anymore.
this heavyweight division is getting younger. It's a lot of young guys, and one thing we don't see is him getting there and one of these guys stretch him out. Them three Fury fights fucked him up, man.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. And some people want to see Wilder in the ring because they want to see him get stretched out. Some people want to see that
Oh yeah,
because they don't like
yeah,
Wilder, so
yeah, yeah,
they
yeah,
want to
yeah,
see him get stretched out.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a fact. You still have a lot of people who dislike him, just like you have a lot of people who still dislike Spence. And I go, well, what do you disliking Spence for? What the fuck Spence do to you? What did Wilder do to you? Like, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know how many people were
I mean,
praying that?
some
How
people
do you know how many people were praying that Terrence Crawford went in there Saturday and got beat the fuck up?
because some people just don't like confident individuals. They don't, and especially when it comes to a certain race, they don't like individuals being confident. They take it as being cocky. No, the man is just confident in what he's going to do. He
Yeah,
backs up what he said he's going to do, and
and
we
I
saw
think,
that
and I think,
throughout
I think that
history.
helped
We
him.
saw
I
we saw
think
that
that, I
throughout
think,
history.
yeah, I think that helped him more in the fight too, because it was like y'all saying this, the media saying this, the fans saying this. Y'all want this to happen, y'all want that to happen. Okay, guess what? I'm taking everything
Yeah,
out on his
and
ass.
yeah, and that's the thing. They so ignorant and they don't realize when you embrace these fighters, they get relaxed. They feel like they didn't conquer everything they need to conquer, so they get relaxed and they'll take a fight and might not train as hard because they relax. They got everybody that loves them and they feel like they
Yeah,
done everything they need to do.
yeah,
So they're gonna get relaxed and they're gonna take the fight a little bit lighter than they normally would have took it if everybody
yes.
was against them or they got a fan base against them. But people don't realize that they just filled up with so much hate. They're like, oh man, I'm not giving him no credit. Well,
Oh
he
yeah,
feeds
yeah.
off you not giving him credit. Some people feed off of being the underdog. They feed off of that.
You know what?
Oh, they
That's
oh they
why
they, they
I
don't
don't
they
want
don't
to.
believe I can do it. Bet I'm about
Yeah,
to show them. I'm about to show them.
that's why. And damn, I wasn't gonna bring it up because I said I will wait, but it's okay because I'm not gonna get fully into it. That's just why for this November 22nd fight with Brian Norman and Haney, I'm like, it's no need for y'all to crash out. Man, fuck Brian Norman or fuck Devin Haney and da 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 da. Devin don't need to come back, man. You see what Ryan did to him? I'm like, what's wrong with y'all? Relax. Y'all hate the man that much? Yeah, fuck Bill Haney and relax. What's the matter with
No,
y'all?
some people hate for the wrong reasons. You hate for the wrong reason. You hate because a person is good. You don't hate because he's trash and he's getting all the exposure. Like Like Ryan Garcia, I ain't saying you should hate him, but he's a person that you can dislike. Ryan Garcia has not done anything in the sport of boxing, but he gets so much love. This man has never fought for a title, but he gets so much love. This man has never became a champion. This man has not beat anybody of note, but he gets so much love.
Some of the racist stuff he say out of his mouth is crazy. I want to dig Floyd George up and kill him again and all this. Like I'm like, yo, and this is y'all guy. This is who
That's
y'all
why
look up to.
I was telling him I was getting on my man BVO because BVO was saying this. I said, "No, you say all this stuff. You keep saying Tank Davis is a 30-year-old prospect. You saying Jerome Boo Sanders is a 28-year-old prospect." I said, "But the guy that you root for has never fought for a title. You know who you talking about? I'm talking
It,
about Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz has never fought for a title." You know, oh,
mm.
he was an interim champion. Yeah, he was an intern champion. Keyword intern. Never fought for a title. I said, but you get this man so much respect, but he has never fought for a title. Oh well, you know, Jerome Buzin's he got a belt given to him. Yeah, that was one belt. What about the other one that he went and took off the person?
Yeah,
He got one belt that was gifted to him, but the other
yeah,
one he took off a person.
yeah.
So, however you want to see it, the man
Um,
is a. I said, you know what's so funny? Rolly Romero is a 2 division champion. Virgil Ortiz has never fought for a title.
oh
Pitbull
shit.
Cruz has been
Whoa,
a
time out,
140
free.
pound 140-pound champion, but Virgil Ortiz has never fought for a
Time
title.
out, free. Time out. Stop the presses. Holy shit! I've never thought about that. Holy pig feedback, man. I didn't take the time to think about that because I'll be so caught up in what I be caught up in. That's nasty work. Damn. Pitbull and hate this. Oh, Virgil, you got to fight. Oh, come on, Virgil. Oh, damn it, Virgil. Damn you, Virgil.
Pit, this is think about it. They say Rolly is trash. They say Pitbull is trash. Both of these guys have been champions. One guy is a 2 division champion, but Virgil has never fought for a title. Ryan has never fought for a title. He fought champions,
So
but he never fought them for their title. He fought Tank Davis, wasn't for his title. He fought Devin Haney, wasn't for his title.
that's crazy,
But
ain't
you
it
got
though?
you
That's
got
crazy.
Rolly and you got Pitbull. Both these guys have been champions
That's
before Ryan
crazy though.
and Virgil. Matter
Now
of
that I
fact,
think of it, that's
Rolly,
crazy.
Rolly beat Ryan to be champion.
Yeah, 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 yeah. He damn sure
They was
did.
fighting for
In the
they was
middle of
fighting for
Times
a
Square, damn
vacant
it.
belt. No, they
I
were
ain't
fighting
even,
for a vacant belt. Rolly
I,
beat Ryan to be
I ain't even
his
fight you
second
in a,
division champion.
I ain't even fight you in the real arena. I beat your ass in the middle of Times Square. I outboxed you in the middle of Times Square. God damn
I'm
it.
just saying that I'm just saying the things that people don't think about because I hear this stuff and I'm like, that's why I tell you, I go to these panels, I listen to all this stuff, I go to these channels and listen, and I just be sitting back collecting data. And
Because
I'm like,
people
y'all
get
saying
too
all
caught
this
up.
stuff.
But the thing is, the problem is, free. Too many people just get caught up in being fans, and I'm a fan of this guy because he looks like me, and we're the same nationality, or I like the way he wears hair, and I like the car he drives, and shit like that. And I follow him on Twitter and all this. Like these dudes don't really be fans. They don't.
That's why I said that's why I said a lot of people they don't want to debate me because I think outside the box. I don't think like other people think. I think outside the box.
The
You
problem
saying
is
all
with
this
debate.
stuff
You know
about
what?
these
You
US.
know what the problem with debating is. I'm gonna tell you what my biggest beef with it is, and it's not the people. It's not really the hosts. A lot of times it's the other people who, like I said, they don't take the time to do their homework. So every time you bring something up and you're showing them proof or breaking stuff down to them, damn, he got me in that one. Let me think of something else I could beat him in. Okay, so free. If that's the case, so why didn't Jerron Bruce and you go, He wasn't even in the weight class to do that. What is y'all? They gotta find different shit to bring up because now I'm losing the Free. I'm on the ropes right now. I need to get the fuck off the ropes because right now Free is killing me. My head movement ain't good, and he catching me to the body. I gotta get off these ropes, and they can't do it. So they gotta find different shit, and none of it
But
works.
that's what I said, no, y'all. I understand y'all like Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz is a heck of a fighter. Don't get me wrong. He's a heck of a fighter. But I can
Yeah,
only look at him at a certain level because he hasn't fought for a title. He's been in position to fight for a title. He just haven't taken that title. He hasn't taken
yeah,
that fight. He's been in position to fight Bud Crawford for the WBO. He's been in position to fight uh 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 Xander Zayas.
yeah,
Didn't take it.
yeah. And what people have to understand is this: even with us that has channels, don't think that because we got these channels, y'all know everything. So that's why we come to y'all for answers. Because just like y'all, we still learning. But a lot of us just know what we talk about more than others. But at some point, somebody that's in the chat right now that they're not just rather if they're a troll, if they got a wrench or whatever, I won't call them necessarily a troll unless they talking crazy. They could tell us something that we might not necessarily know and go, oh shit, I didn't know about that, bro. I got to read up on
And
it.
see that, and you know what? You know what they always say when I say he could have fought Xander Zayas and he would have been in position to fight for the
Who?
WBO title. Virgil.
Oh yeah,
He could
yeah,
have fought
yeah.
Xander. He could have fought. You know what they always say? Oh well, he took a bigger money fight.
Oh
Oh,
well,
so what you're telling me is
well, I got a
so
better
what you're
one for
telling me
you,
is the
Free. But I got a
but
better one for you,
what
Free.
they telling me is what they telling me though is so what you're saying is the belts don't matter. That's what you're telling me. Like
Well,
I've
then
already said, the belts don't matter.
I got a better one for you.
The belts don't matter.
I got a better one for you. So the next one is Xander's good, but who is he for? And you go, huh? You know that's the favorite line to run with. Who is he for? The kid is good, but we can't rush him to fight Ortiz. That's just it's two different levels. And you go, huh? What?
No, like I said, they Virgil had an opportunity to fight Xander Zayas. They literally gave Xander Zayas an hour to sign the contract. Xander Zayas signed the contract in 10 minutes. He signed the contract in 10 minutes. And they said, nah, we're going to go fight Magnumov instead. A guy who had just came off a
Yo,
loss to Bud Crawford.
but
He fought a
so
guy that had just came off a loss that only had 12 fights who just lost to Bud Crawford. You go fight him instead of fighting an undefeated upcoming fighter that would have put you in position to fight for a title.
yo, smash that like button coming in, y'all. Let's get about 20 more likes or something up in here. Come on, let's get it. I appreciate y'all. Good morning and happy Monday. I hope everybody's traveling and getting to where they gotta go safe. Um, and it's crazy, Free. That's why I be like, sometimes these conversations, I be like, man, y'all still don't get it.
That's why I tell y'all. That's why I keep telling y'all. I don't have a favorite fighter. I can call it right down the middle because I don't have a favorite
Oh,
fighter. I
that's what
see
I
it
was
how
gonna
I
say.
see it.
Don't get mad with the host. When something don't go right, y'all need to holler at your fighters. These same people that y'all Nick, what's up, Queen? Don't get mad at the host, get mad at the fighters. When a lot of things happen, don't say it's because of us. Get mad at the fighters. Certain decisions that is made,
Oh,
it's the fighters. This is why we say we're just fans of boxing. We don't sit here, peace, 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 guru. We don't pick. We don't pick. This is the fighters doing it. Y'all get mad, y'all come up here and you crash out on the host. Oh, fuck you, D Free, this person. You're just a goddamn hater. How? We're not picking for these fighters.
mm,
We would love to see the best fights in boxing, but we don't pick. If a contract is being
no.
signed by one fighter and the other fighter goes, we're not interested, you can't get mad at the person. Get mad at the fighter. Don't get mad with us. Like, what the fuck? I
Yeah.
don't get it.
The same way you couldn't get mad at me when I said Bud Crawford had an opportunity to fight Manny Pacquiao. He could have fought Manny Pacquiao. He chose not to. Oh, no,
He-
he ain't had a. Bomac said that they got the contract. Manny signed the contract.
yeah,
He
yeah,
told Bud not to sign it. So
yeah.
Bud didn't sign it. So there was an opportunity that he could have fought Manny Pacquiao. He
I'm
just
glad
chose
you
not
brought that
to.
up. So let's go back to I want to go back to when y'all was talking about the money that Bud received for this fight, and everybody was calling him every kind of name in the book, but then no disrespect. I go, well, who's his manager? Because it takes a team to. So because y'all just act like he's in it on himself. I go, well, who's the manager? Because I thought that's a manager's in that department. Am I wrong, Free? Well, maybe I'm saying it wrong. I'm just saying.
No, no. Like I said, I don't care what these guys signed to fight for. All I
Yeah, I
care
don't.
about
Yeah, I
is the
don't.
fight. I don't get none of the money. I don't get
I
to
don't
take the
need the
belts home.
Free.
That's why I
This is
said to
what I
y'all,
want people to
the
understand.
belts don't matter. The belts don't matter to me. Everybody like, oh, the belts do matter. No, they don't matter to me. I don't get to take the belt home. I just want to see
No.
they matter. The belts matter to the
Well,
fighters. They don't matter to me.
well,
I don't get
let's
to
keep
take
it
none of
real.
them
Let's
home.
keep it real. For certain fighters, the belts don't even matter to them. For certain fighters, because certain fighters will tell you, you got some who
Yeah.
do care about the belts, and then you got some that are like, man, fuck them belts. Give me the biggest
No,
bag and let me get up out of here. Let me get the biggest bag. You know what I'm
no. I
saying?
mean, we said we hate people. We hate people take money fights though. No, I don't hate people take money fight. If you take a money fight, you take a money fight. That's your prerogative. I don't hate them. I'm just gonna call it for what it is. It's a
No,
money
no, no. I
fight.
don't. I don't. You know what?
I'm just gonna
This
call it
is
for what
how.
it is.
This is this.
You're not gonna convince me that it's a big fight or it's a good fight when you're fighting Pitbull Cruz. You're fighting Pitbull Cruz because they paying you a certain amount of money when you could have fought Shakur Stevenson to unify the title, which would be a better fight. If it's a money fight, it's a money fight. It is what it is.
Sanctioning fees be crazy. They paying. Yeah,
No,
yeah. Them sanctioning
no,
fees be
hold
crazy.
on.
That's what.
You
That's what.
can't you can't.
That's what Earl Spence
The,
brought up. That's
no,
what Earl
I
Spence
don't
brought
care
up when
about
he fought Bud. He was saying
the.
something about that at the press conference about
I don't
the
I don't even
the
care
sanctioning
about
fee.
the sanctioning fees because all of these fighters know what the sanctioning fees before they made that comment. They want to be undisputed. They know what the sanctioning fees are.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
ain't a secret. They know what the sanctioning fees are. If you got a title or you fighting for a title, you're paying sanction fees. You
So
know what the
free.
sanction fees are.
So when a fighter asks for a certain amount of money, does that because they got to pay that? So I guess asking for a certain amount of money, it's like I got to pay these sanction fees. I got to.
No,
Does any
no,
no?
see, no. Listen,
I'm just
the
asking.
sanctioning. No, listen. The sanctioning fees are the sanctioning fees. It stays the same whether you get 20 million or you get 5 million or you get
Okay.
500,000. The sanction fees is only 3% of the fight. So if you
Okay.
got one belt, you paying 3% for
Yeah.
sanctioning fees. If you got
Okay.
4 belts, you're paying 12%. It's
Mm-hmm.
still 3% for each belt. So it doesn't matter if you're getting 500,000 or you're getting 500 million. It's still going to be 3% of that 500,000. It's going to be 3% of that 500 million. It doesn't change
Yeah.
because you're getting more money. It's still 3%. It's going to stay the same. It doesn't change because you're getting a
Yeah.
bigger person. The sanction fee doesn't change. It's still 3%.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
always 3%.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you.
The more money you get, the bigger the sanctioning fee is. The more money you get. The smaller the money is, the smaller the sanctioning fee is going to be because it's three
Yeah.
percent.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. Yeah. A lot of this makes sense if we just play close attention. Like I said, I learned something. I continue to learn something every day, and that's the reason why I'm always asking people on the in the chat or in the panel because I'm always interested in just knowing what everybody else is thinking. But like I
Like
said,
Bud Crawford right now. Like Bud Crawford right now, he's the undisputed champion.
uh huh.
He had to pay 12% for the sanctioning fees off of whatever the person his purse was $10 million. He had to pay 12% off that $10 million.
Okay.
If he go takes another fight, and he fight for, let's say he fight for $3 million, he's gonna have to
Okay.
pay 12% of that $3 million. It's gonna still be 12%. It's gonna stay 12% until he drop one of those belts or he drops all of the belts. It's gonna stay 12%, regardless of how
So
much he's getting for the fight. It's
so
gonna
let me
stay
ask you something
12%.
with that, because I'm still learning about that. So when they drop the belts, what does that mean? Like, does that change the percentage? They don't pay? How does that work? I'm just
Yeah, it's
asking
gonna
you, how does that work?
it changed the percentage because each belt is 3%. So if he drops one of the belt, it goes from being 12% to being 9%. If he drops two of the belt, it goes from being 12 to being 6. So each time he drop a belt, he take off 3%.
Damn. So boy, if you got six belts, Jesus Christ.
No, nah, because you're not they're not fighting for those other belts. Well, I mean, you might have some guys that fight for the
Ye-
IBO
Yeah,
and
yeah,
things
yeah,
like
yeah,
that,
yeah.
but most guys ain't fighting for those belts. I mean, most of the top guys, they ain't fighting for those belts. So they only fighting for the major belts. Now I
Yeah.
don't know if the other sanction. I mean, if it's 3% for those other lower ranking belts. I just know about the top belts. I don't know about the lower
So
ranking
those
belts.
three
I
those
don't know
three
what the
belts
percentage is.
that Crawford gave back Canelo, those were the belts he gave back to
No,
him.
he gave those belts back to Canelo because those were Canelo belts.
Yeah, I'm just
No,
asking.
Canelo, all of those belts were Canelo belts.
Yeah,
So he could all those belts go to Canelo. Canelo takes those belts home. They give Bud Crawford a brand new set of belts. So
yeah,
even though Canelo he lost his undisputed title, he still has every one of those belts at home. Those is his
yeah, yeah,
belts.
yeah.
So
How much was
they're
that? How
gonna
much?
give.
So that new belt that they bought in, that what was that? That ring? That belt pretty as shit though.
Yeah,
I like it.
the ring, that pink one. I think it was like a pinkish color, something like that. That's Turkey's belt for undisputed. That's the undisputed belt.
Yeah, I had liked that belt when I saw it. I saw like that's pretty cool. IBF and WBC charge 3%. Looking up for it right now. Are you looking at it right now? Yeah, do that, do that, do that,
Yeah,
do that, do that, do that.
yeah. They 3% for each belt. I already know that.
Yeah, yeah.
Trust me. I already know that. It's 3% for each belt.
For y'all that didn't know, and for me who's still learning, y'all don't think because I'm sitting up here, you supposed to know this. Not necessarily. Some people, this is why you don't get into debates about stuff you don't know. That's why you learn. So by the
Yeah.
time you do decide to get into a debate, you'll know something. Some of y'all walking into debates and then y'all don't be knowing shit. And then now you got to sit online and look on your phone while you debate. Like, damn, I got to be free. How do I do this? No, my man, the video speaker back. Yeah, 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 yeah. My man D
Yeah.
Free,
No.
man. Yeah,
I
it's my
mean,
man D Free.
for people that I, I mean, for people that's just chopping in, you might not know, but I have family that fights professionally. Of course, Clarence already know who they are.
Yes,
Lot of
yes,
people that's already been to the channel, they already know they are. My
yes.
family is the Russells. Gary Russell, Gary Antoine Russell, Gary Antonio Russell. That's my family. They fight professionally. So a lot of this stuff I know because I got family that fight. But
Yes.
I also done my own research for certain things that I didn't know.
Yo, man, when we gonna see, man, Gary Antoine return, man? That's what I'm waiting on, man.
He's about to he's about to fight. He's about to fight. I think he's gonna fight on. He's either gonna fight on the Keith Thurman and I think he's fighting on
Fedora.
the Keith Thurman versus Frendora card. I believe he's fighting on that card. Um, he was trying to line up a unification fight. We know it's not going to be Tio. We know it's not going to be um Matthias. So that leaves one other person.
Africa? Oh man, not my man. Hey, hey,
Who
hey,
he
hey,
trying to
hey,
line up?
D3, I love you, but we don't want to start a DMV New York war. Don't y'all come over here playing with my man Africa. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Nah, y'all ain't about to start that shit. Nah, y'all ain't about to start this shit. We're not about to start a DMV New York war. We not about to do that. Y'all already shot my man Cameron when he came
Yo,
to DC. Y'all not about to do
hey,
that.
the man.
Nah,
I
hell
mean,
no.
it it didn't have to be Africa. It was just uh uh he was guilty by elimination because it didn't
No,
have
no,
to
get
be
the
Africa.
fuck
It could
out of
have been.
here, free.
It
Get
could.
the fuck out of
It could
here.
have been. It could have been anybody. No, because Tio was lining up to fight Shakur, and we know that Matias is about to fight somebody else. I believe Matias is about to fight in Puerto Rico. He about to fight somebody else in Puerto Rico, I believe.
Don't come the free. I'm all
Or
I'm
he about
asking
to
is
have.
don't come over here starting with us. We don't want to have to take you to the Barclay and
I mean,
bounce your ass all around. Don't come over here
if
starting
you
with us.
if you watch Antoine's last interview, I believe it was his latest interview that he did. They was talking to him or whatever, and
Yeah,
I believe it was at Gurry's. I believe it was at Gurry's fight when Gurry had his last fight, and
yeah.
they asked him. They said, "Who you fighting next?" He said, "Well, we trying to line up a unification." He was like, "Who's it going to be?" He's like, "I can't tell you until they finalize the deal." It's like, "Is it T.O.?" He was like, "Man, nah, I can't tell you who's going to be." He's like, "Is it Matiz?" He was like, "Man, I can't tell you who it's going to be until they line it up." He's like, "Man, is it Richardson?" And he started laughing. And he was like, "Man, I can't tell you who it's going to be until they finalize the deal." When he started laughing, I knew then they're trying to line up Africa. They're trying to
Yo,
line up
listen,
Africa.
listen, free.
But
I'm gonna
but
tell
then,
you
like
what
I
I'm
said,
free.
I did my own research and I realized everybody else is occupied. So if he's trying to
This
line
is
up a
for the chat.
unification, everybody else
This is for the
is
chat. I want
occupied.
y'all to witness. I want y'all to witness what I'm about to tell D Free. I want. Hey, listen, Russells. I love y'all. I love y'all like fool. But I'm gonna tell y'all, big cousin, right now that's sitting on this damn panel. Don't y'all come over here messing with us. Leave us alone. Go pick on Matias. Leave us
Hey
alone.
man, I'm gonna tell you right now. At 140 for Antoine Russell, everybody's a suspect. Everybody's a suspect.
Yeah, but
It
why it's
don't
got
matter
to be
who it is.
Africa? Leave.
Everybody's a
Listen,
suspect.
listen, listen. We don't want to have to take y'all to the
Yeah.
Barclays and walk y'all asses
I mean,
around.
I mean, you got another New Yorker that's still out there. I mean, you got T.O.
Who? Man, get the fuck out. Yo, get the fuck
T.O.
out.
T.O.
Yo, get
said
out of here.
T.O.
You
said he
play
from
too much,
T.O.
yo.
said he from Brooklyn. T.O. said he from Brooklyn. That's what he
Hey,
said.
listen.
He said he from Brooklyn.
A lot of people claim they from here. A
I'm just telling you what the man said. I don't
lot of
know where the
people
man
claim
from.
they
That's
from
what he
here.
said. He said he from Brooklyn. I don't know where he from. He
Hey,
said he from
listen.
Brooklyn. I thought he was from Florida. I thought he was from Florida, but he said he from
I tell you
Brooklyn.
what. If you
So
ask me who's the more,
I gotta take
but
the man at his word.
if you ask me who's the more serious New Yorker, I go with Africa. I would entertain Russell in Africa. I would entertain that. I think it'll be a great shit talking press conference. I can see right now Africa and even Mr. Gary Russell talking shit to each other. It'd be a shit talking press conference. The build up would be great. I hope that is his next opponent.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what else I could tell. I'm gonna tell you what else I could see. I could see Africa getting slept.
Whoa, whoa, hold on. I'm not even about to let you do that on here. Hold on, free. Now, you're not about to start a DMV New York war. That's what you're not about to do on here, free. Y'all already shot my man
I
Cameron
can
in
see Africa
DC.
getting
I'm not
slept.
gonna let y'all start any more wars with us.
We didn't have nothing to do with that. We ain't had nothing to do with what happened to Cameron.
I ain't gonna let y'all do
I
that.
don't
Y'all
know
not
what
about to
you're
shoot
talking
my
about.
man Africa. That's what y'all not about to do. We ain't going. Boy, I can see right now, man. If that fight ever happened in New York, man, I can see right now. Me and you are not gonna get along. Free. We're not gonna get along. Not
Uh,
at all, sir.
but getting back to the topic. Yeah, I mean, I like I said, I don't have a favorite fighter. Even though I got family that fights professionally,
Yeah,
they're not my favorites. I'm gonna keep it 100 with them the same way I keep
yeah.
it 100 with anybody else. That when Antoine lost to Puyo,
You
I
didn't
told
sugarcoat it.
y'all. I said, nah, the man didn't. I said that man didn't fight his. He didn't follow the game plan. And
Yeah,
then
you didn't
when he was
sugarcoat it
about to
though.
have the fight with El Rayo, he when he was about to have the fight with El Rayo, he came out and said, "Nah, this is the game plan. Nah, this stick to the game. I got away from the game plan. That's how I lost the fight. But that's how I lost the
Oh,
rematch." But I
damn, free sound
said
like you
exactly
drowning.
what I said.
I tell you what though, when he his last fight, man, god damn.
beat the brakes off El Rayo.
Man,
I
man,
saw
let me tell
nothing
you
but
something. And I like
I saw
Rayo.
nothing
I
but
like him, but damn it, he beat the hell out of him.
no. When I saw him fighting El Rayo, I saw nothing but tacos,
No, don't come
quesadillas,
on, please.
enchiladas, refried beans,
Oh my God.
plantains. I saw all them joints in the ring.
Oh
He was
my
knocking
God.
all that up.
Yo.
I saw all that in the ring.
Boy, Free, you ain't, boy. You trifling, boy. You a trifling dude, B. I swear
No,
you
but see,
trifling.
I've been telling everybody. Everybody kept saying, "Oh, Antoine only fights one way. He's a Sean Porter 2.0." I'm like, no, Antoine can box.
Wait
He
a minute,
just
who the
never
hell called
had
him
to.
a Sean Point? Somebody called him a Sean Porter 2.0? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's a lot of people that have been saying that. I said, nah. I said he
Wow.
never had to actually box. Everybody that he fought, he could fight them one way. He didn't have to dig into his bag. They were like, nah, that's the way he fight. You keep saying that. We have never seen it. I said, all right, you're gonna see it. When he has to, you're gonna see it. And when
And
he
guess
fought El
what?
Rayo, they
Those
were
people
like,
who
free, hey, free,
them
you was
people who
right. He can
criticize, they
box.
went away. Them people who criticize, they went away real fast though.
Yeah, they were like, "Hey, free, you was right. You kept saying that he can box, but we never seen it." I said, "I try to tell you, I seen the man in the gym.
But
I know he can box."
just because you never seen somebody do something, that doesn't mean they can't do it. That's what kill me with you dudes.
So
Cause you don't see
I'm gonna tell you,
somebody do something.
what. But what's funny is I say it, they don't believe me. They hear other people say it, they believe it. They be like, "Oh, okay, I believe you," but I ain't never seen him do it. They're like, "Nah, this man he can box. He just never seen him do it. He can
I
box."
think
They're like, "Oh,
people think
I believe you," but I'm like,
people
nigga, I'm telling you, he can do it. Y'all don't believe me.
I think people just say stuff to say it, and a lot of times people think that you're just being a hater. And it's like, how am I being a hater? And this is why I always say popularity versus the truth. Y'all don't care about the truth. Y'all just care about what's popular. So if I'm trying to spit truth to you and you still looking me in the eye and telling me it's a lie, I don't believe you. I can't
Look,
win. Like I can't win.
I never got up here and lied to nobody. And if I was wrong, I would tell you, oh shit, I'm wrong. I just looked it up my damn self. I'm wrong. I have no problem telling you that I'm wrong. I ain't got to lie to nobody. What I tell you is what I know. If I'm wrong, I would tell you, oh shit, I was wrong about that. But I'm
Yeah.
telling you
No.
exactly what
Well,
I know. I'm not gonna lie to
exactly.
nobody.
The thing is, no.
I don't know you well enough to lie to you. I only lie
Well,
to people that I don't want to get hurt. I don't care about none of y'all enough to not want y'all to worry about y'all getting hurt or not.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
care. I
That's
don't know y'all that well.
when you know somebody, it's like, okay, I know them and I got love for them, so I'm gonna do that. But if I don't know you, it's like, nigga, I ain't got no reason to cap or put up a front.
Yeah.
I'm not doing
I,
that.
I I would lie to my wife. She asked me, "Hey, do I look pudgy in this?" I be like, "Nah, baby, you look straight." Knowing that I seen her had
Okay,
to tuck that
Crawford
daggone
should
dress
do
in over
next.
here or tuck that shirt in
Guru,
over
the
this.
guru said, "What do you think Crawford should do next?"
I think he should retire. I think he should go out on a high note. Do like you see the football players do. They win the Super Bowl. They say, "All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hang it up." No, the man be 38 on the 20th. He'll be 38 on the 20th. There's no reason that he need to keep
Oh
fighting. There's
shit,
nothing else that you need to
that's
accomplish.
sad. That's Saturday. Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah, there's nothing else that he needs to accomplish. What else? What are you gonna do? He's gonna
You
risk
know what?
going back to 54 and
You
fighting these
know,
young guys and get beat.
I look at it when Roy Jones went up and fought John Luis, and I didn't think about it at the time. I think about it now, and I go, "Damn, Roy, you just would have left." I wish you would have just left, Roy, because you remember at that time, Free, they wanted to see him and Mike Tyson, but for some reason it didn't happen. But I just wish, instead of him going back to fight Tarver at 75, I just wish he just would have got the fuck out of there after
See,
winning the heavyweight title.
and the very same thing can happen to Bud Crawford. He fought at 68. He goes back down to 54 because he still has the WBO belt at 54. If
Yeah,
he goes back down to 54 and try to fight those guys, there's a good chance that he can get beat because you just got finished. weighing in somewhere probably around 170 pounds, 175 pounds at that fight night, because you weighed in at 167. So when you
25.
rehydrate, you was probably somewhere around 175 when you rehydrated. So you're gonna lose all that weight, come back down to 54, and possibly get hurt in a fight with a guy that's much younger than you, because all these guys are like 10 years younger than him. So you're gonna mess
Yeah,
around and get in a fight with a guy that's 10 years younger than you and could possibly get beat. And now everything that you worked for, to be undefeated, to be a 3 division undisputed champion, could have went out on a high note. Now all that stuff come crumbling down because you took a fight with Jerome Ennis, or you took a fight with Virgil, or Botron, or even Fandor, and you got beat, or you got beat up badly. And so now the
and
last impression everybody gonna see is you getting beat up badly. They're like, oh well, he was a 3 division undisputed champion. Well, you only as good as your last fight. The last fight we seen him in, he got beat up badly. That's the same thing everybody said about Manny Pacquiao in the Ugas fight. Manny Pacquiao, 8 division champion, quote unquote. He's really a 6 division, but nevertheless, 8 division champion. The only last impression that you got of Manny Pacquiao is him getting his eyes beat shut. That's the last impression you got. Now he fought daggone Mario Barrio, and you seen him get in there with Mario Barrio, look like an old man, and Mario Barrio took it easy on him. I'm like, sometimes you got to know when to say, okay, you know what? Ain't nothing else for me to prove. I
that's
didn't
why
beat
I'm not
everybody that was
entertaining
to
that
beat.
shit in December with him and Rolly. I said I'm not. That shit can go left in so many ways, but it is what it is. God bless him.
That's why I'm like, sometimes you got to say, you know what? It ain't nothing else for me to prove. I didn't beat everybody there was to beat. Let me go ahead
What
and call it quits while I'm ahead.
what
It's
fighters have to
almost like
remember?
gambling. It's like gambling when you at the casino and you come in there with $100, and all of a sudden you get up to about $3,000, and they're like, "Dog, you should go ahead and pack it in." Nah,
Nah,
I feel I got one more left in me.
I
I got
got a
one
hot
more left
hand.
in me.
Yeah,
Let me put everything on black, and then you
yeah,
lose everything.
yeah. You lose everything, and then now yeah. So fortunately, it be like that, but a lot of these fighters got to understand that every year something's going to change in boxing. So that one time when you were that young lion and there was somebody that was older that needed to get out because either they didn't want to fight you or you got them out. Now you're becoming them old lions, 35, 36, 37 years old, and you got these young guys, 22, 23. And I'm telling you, boxing got ways of getting you the fuck out of here.
Just like just
Boxing
like
got ways of getting you out of there.
Just like Earl Spence. Everybody told Earl Spence, hey, you've been at 47 too long. Go ahead and move out the weight class. Bud Crawford took another fight. Nah, I told the people I was going to go for undisputed. I want to go for undisputed. Took the daggone fight anyway, even though his body was telling him he needed to move out of the weight class. He stayed there
Yeah,
one fight too long, and the last impression everybody got, Earl Spence getting beat up badly by Bud Crawford. Now everybody just automatic, oh, I told you Earl wasn't that good. He did that. He did. So you forgot all of the other fighters that Earl whooped. You forgot the other 3 championships that he got, and he was just putting people in the dirt. You forgot all about that. You only know about the last fight. Well, he got in there with Bud. He got beat up. That's what I'm saying. You call it quits while you're ahead. Because I'm not saying, like I said, you could very well could go in there and beat all these guys. But what happens if you don't? People gonna
yeah.
remember what happened last. They're not gonna remember. They're gonna talk about what you did in the past, but they're gonna remember what happened last. That's the last
That's all.
impression that you got on
Exactly. All
everybody.
that, all that, all that other stuff ain't gonna matter to them.
You
And
might
it's
have some people that's watching boxing for the first time, and the first time they see you, you get knocked out or you get beat up badly. They're like, man, I
yeah,
thought you said this dude was good. Well, he is. He's a 3 division undisputed champion. Well, he ain't look that good when I just seen him. That's all they're gonna talk
yeah,
about. How good you look when they seen him.
yeah.
So, like I said, you at some point you got to say, you know what? Enough is enough. I done did
And
enough in this
and
game.
and I
There's nothing
and
else
I
for me
and
to
I
prove.
listen. I totally understand that this is all you guys know, and but at some point you do have to walk away because you have to remember, I'm not 23 anymore. Here it is. I'm damn near 40. Even for somebody like Keith Thurman, even with him returning, at some point we don't know how October 25th is gonna go. That could be his last fight for all we know. I'm
He's
not
a
assuming what's going to happen.
he's a 5 division champion, but he's a 3 division undisputed champion.
No, he was. I think he's talking about. He made that comment. I think when he first walked in. I don't know if he was talking about. We was talking about who he might have been talking about. I don't know if he was talking about Bud. I don't know who. He had just came in, so I don't even think
Oh,
he was commenting. But
but
even with the Keith Thurman, we don't know. Sometimes you got to know when to. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not mad at Keith coming back, so I don't want people thinking, "Oh, you're mad at him." No, I'm just saying, right? You're making a great point, Free. That at some point you got to know to walk away, right? And I
yeah,
think a lot of fighters be thinking they slick, right? You know what I see some fighters do, and I don't want to assume nothing. They take a break. I'm gonna get this fight in because I don't want to. This gives me a time to get my energy back up, and then I'll be back in 6 months. And you like, damn, he only had one fight. When is he coming back? I see a lot of them and what they doing. They won't give you 2 or 3 fights in 1 year. I see with some of them, and I'm not speaking about some of the younger ones, but some of the ones who's coming back, I see how they moving. But for Thurman,
yeah.
this could be
I'm gonna
dangerous
I'm
for him.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Even with the greatest fighter of all times, what a lot of people consider the greatest fighter of all time, a lot of people still talk about the Larry Holmes fight that Muhammad Ali had.
Oh
They talk
Lord.
about how Muhammad Ali got beat up badly in that fight, even though people say Muhammad Ali is the greatest fighter of all time. They still talk about how badly he got beat up in the Larry Holmes fight. People, they will mention that before they mention everything else that Muhammad Ali did. So, like I said, at some point you got to know when to hang it up because people's only going to remember what they saw last.
But you,
They only
but you
going to
know,
remember what they saw last.
but you know what people say to that? Well, Free, you can't tell these guys that um that love boxing, boxing junkies, that they need to hang it up. Well, what am I to do? Am I supposed to encourage them to keep going?
And I'll give you another thing.
Oh
Earl
shit! Hold
Spence.
on, Ghost. I for Oh shit!
That was
I
that was Sun,
forgot in a
that was
way.
Sun,
I,
that was
for, I forgot in
that
a
was
way
Sunday
for it.
morning. It was
Yeah,
Sunday morning
damn
at
it.
7 o'clock. It was 7 o'clock in the morning. You wasn't gonna see it anyway. It was at 7 o'clock in the morning Sunday. You wasn't gonna see it anyway.
Before
They
we
went
get
they
to
went
that,
the distance though.
what happened with that
They
fight?
they went the distance. Anyway, but won by unanimous decision, but they went the distance.
They went the distance after people were saying that anyway would knock MJ out. How dare y'all? How dare y'all?
That's because people they never watched MJ fight. They don't know that MJ can fight. That's why people wanted to see MJ and Inoue for a long time. They wanted to see
Yeah,
MJ and Inoue because
yeah,
MJ can fight. MJ is
yeah.
not no slouch.
He cooked him every round. God damn, damn. I got to go back and look at it on YouTube. What was it? First of all, what was it on? You talking about be at 7 in the morning? What platform was it on?
Don't know. It never said what platform it was going to be on.
God damn. Because
I wasn't up to see it anyway.
no, because everybody kept asking me, and I'm like, I can't tell you. I said I know it ain't ESPN Plus because they ain't with them, so I can't tell you what it's on.
I didn't see any of it.
Sunday morning, yeah, it was no way I was gonna see
He
that.
said
He
he
said
said
on
he said it was on
Facebook.
Facebook.
Get the fuck, yo, yeah, D Free. This is your
No,
fault.
I don't even remember the last time I was on Facebook. I got a Facebook account and I don't even remember the last. I still see
I go
notifications
through
and I don't
Facebook
even
once
I
in a
don't even go
while.
on Facebook.
I
I,
go to
I get
Facebook.
notification for my Facebook and I don't even go on it to see what was
Oh,
the
your man
notification.
said Facebook. What the f? That's what it's coming down to
I mean, that's
on
because
Top Rank channel. Oh yeah, they do
top
have a
top
channel on Facebook. They do
that's
have a
because
channel on Facebook.
Top Rank don't have a platform right now, so they still working out their deal for their platform. Uh, And that see that and that's another thing too. That's another
Why don't
thing
they just
people
go
don't
up
want
there
to
and
talk
join
about.
Eddie? Why don't they go over there with Eddie?
No, 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 no.
He said no.
That this because you letting them off the hook. I'm not letting them off the hook. Cause for ever since I got on YouTube, I've been hearing damn near every day that PBC is going bankrupt, PBC going out of business.
Oh
PBC is
shit.
still fighting on their platform. Top
Yes, they
Rank don't
are.
even have a platform right now.
Yes, they are.
They don't
Yes,
even have a
PBC
platform.
is.
I don't
Yes,
hear
sir.
nobody saying, "Oh, Top Rank going bankrupt," or "Top Rank losing all their fights." I don't hear nobody saying none of that. But when it was PBC about to leave Showtime and go to Amazon, oh, PBC about to go out of business.
Shit. And you know what's so crazy? For that Danny Garcia card, say what you want to say, but some of the damn top rank fighters is on that shit. Eh, Free, what the fuck is the world coming to?
They
oh,
deflecting. That's what they was. That's what it was.
oh.
They was deflecting. All of these guys that were saying it were top ranked guys, and they was deflecting because their contract was coming to an end. That's what it was. And they didn't
Mm.
have a platform to go to. Look at your boy Tim Bradley. Look at the
Oh
boy
yeah.
Tim Bradley. Who was the other guy? The other three white guys that be up there with Tim Bradley. Where y'all see them at now?
Oh, was it Mark Kriegel?
Yeah, Mark Cregan and it's the other two guys. I forgot the other two guys. Where y'all
Yeah,
where
you
y'all
see a
see them
lot of
at now?
guys. Yeah, they look. Yeah,
But
it's crazy.
everybody kept saying, "Oh, PBC going out of business. PBC this, PBC that." Top Rank is the one that's looking for a platform.
You know what? You know why they say that? And it's crazy because just because you didn't see as much fights this year from PBC, and you might have saw more from top rank, so you assume PBC is not as good as they used to be. And I'm like, okay, but they still this. They ain't looking for nobody to join. They good. Wait, now say he will.
No, I already knew who he was going to go for. I told him that. I told him that from day one. I said if Inoue moves to 126,
Holy
the
shit!
first person the first person he will fight will be Nick Ball. He's the weakest link out of the champions at 126. I said that's where Inoue's
They
gonna
thought
go.
Nick
He's
Ball.
not getting in there.
They
He's
thought
not
they
getting
thought
in
Nick.
there with.
Listen, they thought Nick Ball was the shit because he beat Raymond Ford. That's what they thought. Ha!
No, I told everybody Nick Ball is the weakest link out of the champions at 126. I said that's where he's
Can I
gonna
ask you
go.
something, Free? Can I ask you something? Because you're one of the most honest dudes I've ever ran into. How do you think a fight with Inoue and Shushu will go?
Uh, it'll be interesting. I think Shushu possess a lot of problems for Inoue, but Shushu he falls into the trap of fighting.
Yeah.
He needs to with a guy like Monster Inoue, he needs to stay on point and make Monster Inoue have to reach because Shushu is the taller, rangier fighter. He needs to make Monster Inoue have to lunge and reach and stay at a distance where when Inoue reach, then you counter him. Every time he reach, you counter him. You don't have to go out there and knock him out. You don't have to do none of that. You ain't got to put on a show for the fans. What you have to do is beat Inoue. That's all the show that you have to give is beat Inoue.
Now,
Just you beating Inoue is show enough because everybody's already counting you out, saying you're going to lose the Inoue. You can possibly get knocked out the Inoue.
yeah.
All you have to do is fight your fight. Make Inoue have to fight your fight. You stay at a
Uh,
distance, use your reach, do what Bud Crawford did. Make him have to reach. We know Inoue can box. We know Inoue have power. We know he got fast hands. But if you make him have to reach, it takes him out of his game. It takes steam off that punch. Now he's reaching, leaving himself exposed. You hit him with a counter shot. He's going to stop reaching. Now you got to fight one. You got to
yeah.
fight one because now he knows he doesn't have a shot unless he sell out. And when he
Yeah.
sell out, you make him pay for it.
Um.
That's all he got
Not
to
that it
do.
not that it matters, but it matters. Is that a fight that happens in America, or will Shushu got to go to his turf?
Shushu probably would have to go to his country unless Shushu get a title. If Shushu get a title, and Monster Inoue wants that fight, Shushu could say, okay, you want this fight, but you're gonna have to fight me in America. I'm not going to Japan.
Yeah.
But knowing Shushu, he'll go to Japan.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, shoot.
He got a he got a lot of pride. He got a lot of pride,
He got a lot of
and
pride.
sometimes that pride can be the death of you, so to
Yeah,
speak.
yeah,
Because
it can.
that's the same thing that happened to Cool Boy. Cool Boy had a lot of pride. Oh, I go over to Japan. I ain't scared to go to Japan. It ain't about being scared to go to Japan. You're fighting him on his home turf. He's more comfortable fighting in Japan. You're the visitor. You never fought in Japan. You're not as comfortable.
What do
You
you?
don't have all of the luxuries of being at home. He was fighting you for your title. You should have made him come to your home turf, whether it was in Philly or it was just somewhere in America. Make him come to your home turf. You're still comfortable. He got to fly 26 hours or 18 hours or whatever it is to come over here a couple of weeks before the fight so he can get acclimated with the time zone. Make
Yeah,
him have to do that instead of you having to do that. So
yeah,
if you going over there, you're fighting on his grounds, his terms, and you got to get acclimated to the time zone and get your body equipped with the different changes. So no, if I was Shushu and I'm a champion, if Inoue wants this fight, he's gonna have to fight me in America. Yeah, you can be the A side, but you're gonna have to fight in America.
I'm glad you brought Stephen Fulton up. I know we talked about it already. Um, you like that matchup with him and Oshaki? What do you think
Yeah,
about
I
that
think I
matchup?
think I think I think it's a good matchup. I actually think Cool Boy is going to win the fight. I think he's going to win unanimous decision. But I like the matchup because Oshaki does possess a talent that can give Cool Boy problems. Oshaki can box as well. Oshaki got underrated power. He can give Cool Boy a lot of problems in that fight. I just believe with Cool Boy working with Bozy Ennis, I saw another wrinkle to Cool Boy, and Bozy has taught Cool Boy to fight your style of fighting. Don't fall into the trap of fighting the other style of fighting. Fight your
Yeah,
style. Make them have to fight the way you fight. And
yeah,
I think Bozy is a good trainer for Cool Boy. I think Cool Boy will win that fight a unanimous decision.
yeah. Even with the other dude, what's his Andy Cruz? Even I like how Bozy does with him too. Um, he's definitely the appropriate trainer to have. But when I think about that fight, though, I'm excited about it, man. Even when they was doing the shit talking back and forth at the press, I was like, yo, this is definitely going to be a good fight because there's
Yeah,
still
Andy.
one thing that they both got in common. A lot of people, I could be wrong for this, but just from what I hear, a lot of people are still not impressed with either one of them.
Andy
They
about to
go,
fight for a title. He about to fight
yeah,
for a title.
yeah,
He no he took step aside so Kid Austin and Raymond Maritala can fight. He took a step aside because he was supposed to fight Raymond Maritala, but he took step
ah,
aside. But in the contract with Kid Austin versus Raymond Maritala, whoever wins that fight, they have to fight Andy Cruz next. They have to fight Andy Cruz in
ooh, wee,
2026. They got to fight him next.
ooh, wee. Good luck with that. Lord have mercy. Andy, all right, man. I got to see Andy in when he fought the 14th of June here in New York, man. I said, Andy, all right, man. I didn't know nothing
Now
about
this
his
is
damn opponent, but he's all right.
that fight right there with Raymond Maritala and Kid Austin. This is gonna let you know if Kid Austin is real serious or if he just another guy that made a name off a fallen veteran.
Mm, mm.
Because if he goes
Well,
in there and he beat Raymond Maritala, that's gonna put him on the map. People gonna have to take Kid Austin very serious if he
but
goes in there
isn't
and he
this
beats
what?
Raymond
But
Maritala.
isn't this what the sport is about? It's not about sugarcoating. I mean, we holler all day about we just want to see the best fights. A lot of y'all don't. A lot of for a lot of y'all that say that, that's cat. Y'all don't. Y'all say it, and when it's time for the best fights to happen, for you, the first question is why he got to fight him. Why out of all people?
Yeah,
Why he got to fight him? Why can't he go fight? Y'all sound worse than Canelo when they were asking him about the David Benavidez, and he go, "Why everybody wants to fight me? Why don't this guy fight that guy and that guy fight that guy, and then I meet the winner at the end?" That's what y'all sound
Yeah.
like. That should be sounding crazy to me. Y'all say y'all want to see the best fights, and then y'all get it, and then the question is why he got to fight him. Y'all don't want to see the best fights. Y'all want to see y'all fighter stay undefeated. Y'all want to see y'all
Yeah.
boy. Y'all want to see y'all fighter avoid the tough fights. That's what y'all want to see.
Yeah, I mean those are fans of the fighter. Those are not fans
Exactly.
of the sport.
Yeah.
Fans of the sport want to see fights. They don't care who it is. They want to see fights. If you're a fan of a fighter, you only want him to fight certain fights. You want him to avoid certain fights because you are a fan. You want him to go out on top. You want him to be a champion. You want him to be a winner. You don't want to see him in a tough fight where he could possibly lose. Because you are a fan of the fighter. You're not a fan of the sport. Now you could
No.
be a fan of the fighter and a fan of the sport, but if you're a fan of the fighter and you're a fan of the sport, you want to see your favorite fighter in those tough fights that makes him a big name in the sport because
Yeah.
you want the sport to grow, but you also want you want your favorite fighter to grow as well.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's something very important. Like I said, we all got time to learn that and understand that if you asking for the best fights, just know what comes with it. Because the best fights is not your guy just going around beating people to fuck up. The best fights is, oh man, I can't pick who's going to win. Yes, this is my fighter. I will ride with my fighter, but this is going to be a difficult one. It's not going to be any fight that you got to pick when you go, yeah, I know my guy's going to cruise through him. Then that's not the best fight. If you got to keep saying every time a fight come up, my guy's going to cruise through him, he's going to beat him. No, you need that one fight where you're stuck and you go, I'm going to ride with my guy, but I don't know about this. I don't know about this one.
Yeah,
This is going to be a tough one. Like I can't come out and tell you I
yeah.
know Shushu steamrolls through anyway. I can't tell you that. I'm sitting here like, shit.
I mean, I would favor Inoue because of the experience that Inoue got
Yeah,
and the level of fights that Inoue has been fighting. So I would favor Inoue, but Shushu can definitely go in there and win that fight if he fights
yeah.
a smart fight. He can definitely go in
But
there and
what
win that
fun?
fight.
But my thing is free. What fun would it be if I come out and just be like, yeah, man, my man Shu got there. He gonna steamroll through his ass. If I got to say that through
And
every
see,
fight, to me it makes it kind of like, well, the fuck, yo.
and I've always said that about Shushu when it came to the Monster Inoue fight. I said if Shushu fight Monster Inoue because Marky Dan is a Monster Inoue fan, and he was like,
Oh
oh,
yeah, we
Shushu
know
don't
that.
want
Shout out to
that
Marky
smoke.
Dan.
He was like, he don't want that smoke. I said, dog, Shushu possess some problems for Monster Inoue. I'm not saying Shushu gonna go out there and win, but he can possess some problems for Monster Inoue because he is the rangier fighter. He's the taller fighter. He got sneaky power. Shushu Shushu can definitely be a problem for Monster Inoue. Not to say Monster Inoue won't win, but it will be a
Yeah,
fight that he's not going to take lightly. It's not going to be a fight that he's going to win easy. Now he can win easy if Shushu don't fight a smart fight. Monster Inoue can definitely win that fight easy. But if Shushu go out there and fight a smart fight and fight his style of fighting, that can be a very hard fight for Monster Inoue.
yeah. And anybody who knows boxing, you're going to understand that. I'm just never going to be the guy who's just going to be like, yeah, my man will steamroll through him. That'd be an easy one for my man. Shoot, I don't do all that. And a lot of y'all do that, and then when something goes wrong in the fight, you're making excuses of why your guy lost. Oh, he just had an off night, or he fought the wrong style. Like, no, man. Sometimes that guy is just better than the other guy. What we just saw this Saturday,
Yeah,
Bud just happens to be better than Canelo. Rather if y'all want to admit it or not. Doesn't matter. Oh, what would
but
happen if Crawford and
but
Canelo
but
would have fought at 47? It would have been worse.
Yeah, Bud was a is a he was a better guy Saturday night. Now they could fight again, and Canelo could win that the next fight. But
Now that's the
Saturday
question I
night,
want to
Bud
ask
Crawford
you.
was a better
Now
guy.
that's the question I want to ask you. Not saying it'll happen. Do you think they'll entertain that again, or it should just stay an idea? If you're Bud, if you're Bomac,
Um,
do you tell if you're Bomac, do you tell Bud we proved them wrong one time, we can do it again? Or do you say, you know what, champ, you ain't got nothing else to prove. Just enjoy your family and that's it. You accomplished what you need to accomplish.
well, I mean, before that can happen, it will have to it will have to come from Canelo. Canelo got to ask for a rematch because there's no reason for Bud to say let's do it again. There's no reason for him to say that. That will have to be something that Canelo pushed for.
But I think he
Now
did say
Canelo
that.
could say I
Did
want a
he say
rematch.
it after the fight that he didn't mind doing it? I think he said he didn't mind doing it again. But
I don't know if he said it or not because I didn't watch
Canelo
the
needs a
post conference.
rematch, but with the right
I didn't
help.
watch the post conference.
Johnny Hill
But
says
but
he said Canelo needs a rematch, but with the right help. Uh, and no frustration. Yeah, he was frustrated like a he was frustrated like a mother.
um
He
but
was
I mean
frustrated.
me personally, it all depends on how if I was Bud Crawford, it all depends on how I feel. If I feel like you know what, I didn't conquer everything I need to conquer in the sport of boxing, I don't have no ambition to fight anymore. I'm not rematching them. Now, if I still have ambition to fight again, then I would say, well, if you want a rematch, we can do it again. Then
Hey, but
he
you
has
gotta admit
something
though,
else.
free. You gotta admit though, free. That's gonna be a lot of money, boy. A lot.
I don't know if it's gonna be a lot of money or not. Um, because it doesn't give up for the fight. Turkey is the one that's making the fight, so it all depends.
Yeah.
I know one thing for sure, two things for certain. Canelo will be getting $100 million. I don't know what Bud will be getting. I know Canelo will be getting $100 million because that's what he signed for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not in the trunk. Not in the trunk.
Yeah. Smash that like button, y'all. Salute to everybody just coming in. Good morning. Happy Monday to all y'all. You know what I mean? Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all smash the like button.
Give me my
If
give
you
me a
have
jacket.
not subscribed to the channel, go subscribe. Usually on Mondays we do morning chop ups. But we decided to do this because I wanted to get it out the way because I won't be having Crawford and Canelo talks this week. That's pretty much it for me. I've been doing it the last 4 days in a row, so it's gonna be quiet after this week. Should check this how many 3 to 4 times at least.
I don't know what's next for Bud. I don't know. He didn't say what he was going to do next.
Yeah.
If it was my decision, I would tell Bud to retire. Nothing else for you to
Good
prove.
morning, Johnny Hill. Yeah. I don't know, man. I guess we gotta wait and see. We got time though. You know, we let them ride off in the sunset and kick it with the fam, and then I guess as the time go, we'll see what happens.
Nah, if I was Bo Mac, I would say, hey, go ahead and retire, dog.
Yeah, I buy the rematch.
You still got money coming in. You got a gym. You could train the younger fighters. You could promote younger fighters.
Oh
Whatever you
shit!
want to do.
Brandon Adams was great too. I wanted to mention that about Adams.
Yeah,
Adams
that was a good fight. That was a
That
good
was a
fight.
good fight with Adams. I didn't know if Adams still had it in him. I don't know. I hadn't seen him in a while. I didn't even realize the man was 36 years old. I ain't seen Adams in a minute. So that was a great fight by Adams. That was a great fight by all those guys. I think the only fight, like I said, that bothered me was the Jermaine Franklin fight. I'm not gonna lie, I was dozing off on that fight. And I was drinking too a little bit, but still, it wasn't the drinking that was putting me to sleep. I really wasn't entertained by that fight. But the prelims, or everything else, hey, I was fine with it, man. I was fine with it. If y'all not
Chris, I,
subscribed to the channel, man, y'all please subscribe. We're gonna be doing morning chop ups all this week. I will be back at 6:05, and we will be honoring our man, Ricky Hitman Hatton, who passed away. So I'll be back at 6:05 to
did
honor
they ever
him,
say
man.
what he passed away? Did they ever say what he passed
I
away
didn't
for?
even read. I didn't even. You know what? I'm gonna look that up because they never said what he passed away from. Because we just saw him this year. He seemed to be, I can't say, man. This is why we got to enjoy life. You here today, you going today. It's sad, man. It's sad, but I'm gonna read it up. I'm gonna read it and see if they put it out, which I'm sure they probably did. Yeah, 46 is crazy because I'm 42, so
I'm
that's crazy.
49. I'm
That's
49.
crazy. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? There was another person who just died this year. He was an actor or comedian or something. He just died and he was 40 something. I said, damn, man. Yeah, he had an up and coming fight too. That's what's so crazy. That's
Who?
crazy, man. Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton was getting ready to make a comeback. I don't know if it was against an elite
It
fighter,
was it probably was an
ex
exhibition.
yeah, something like that. Maybe get
I
hit
know.
too
I,
much.
I mean,
Yeah, he
I
got
know
yeah,
I know his son is still fighting. I know that's hard
yeah,
for his
yeah.
son.
His son is still. May God just be with him and be with the family, man. At this tough times, this is tough. But I'll be back at 6:05 to honor him. And please, when we come back at 6:05, I'm just telling y'all right now, let's keep it respectful. Do not bring up no Crawford and Canelo. That conversation's over. I'm putting it to bed today. I want to honor him and show respect for that. So let's go ahead and do that. Free, I got to get out of here. I got to bust some moves. And you just reminded me, I got some reading to do about what happened with him. We'll be back here at 6:05 this evening, Eastern time. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. This is my man D Free. If you want to know who's the guy with the big Santa Claus beer, this is my man D Free. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Free, man. Tell them where they can find you and tell them where they can find you on your channel, big bro.
You can find me over at D Free Sports Talk. I'll be covering NFL. I will be covering the NBA when the NBA season comes back around. But right now I'm covering the NFL, so I'll be doing everything NFL over there. I call games on Sundays, the 1 o'clock and the 4 o'clock games. I call those games in its entirety. And it's not the same game every week. It's different games.
Yeah.
Because I want to give everybody a chance to get their game called of their favorite team. So this past Sunday, which was yesterday, I called the Cleveland Browns versus the Baltimore Ravens, and I called the
Yeah. Yeah. All right, hold on, y'all. He just went out for a second. No, that's
my
all
bad,
good.
my
Hey,
bad.
Johnny Hill,
And
everybody that's their
this
first time
Sunday I'm
coming in here, make sure y'all come back, man. This is a very respectful channel. From the time y'all been seeing it, you haven't seen me and D Free. D Free, when I do come back, I won't be on here. I'll be on actually StreamYard in case some
okay.
people wanna, if not, then it's okay. But this is a respectful channel. As y'all can see, me and D Free have not cursed at each other. Y'all have been pretty respectful in here. The people who weren't, we got them up out of here. But as y'all can see, we have real conversations over here without us killing each other. That's what we do. So if y'all like that, subscribe. Come on back, man. Like I said, I'm gonna get up out of here. Gotta go. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. D Free later. If you ain't got nothing to do, 6:05. All
All
right.
right, man.
Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Y'all know what it is. It's the No Dug Zone podcast. Let's go.
I'm gonna come in there.